Good morning. I'm Christopher Lloyd, and I'm standing here in the studios of Sirius XM Satellite Radio. It's a weekly morning, approximately 6 a.m., and this is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Never before has one radio show been so extreme. So vulgar.
I'll fucking shove my face up a chick's ass in a second.
Someone said we curse a lot, do we?
I have no idea if we do.
So flatulent.
Who just farted?
I did, but I didn't know it sounded
Like rotten eggs and sewage.
Oh, wow, thank you.
I can't believe that us sitting around like this is actually a radio show. It's not going to get any better than this.
Are we on the air? Oh, we are? Oh, okay.
Quite simply, the greatest show in the history of broadcasting.
O&A every day, that's what I say.
You guys having a good time or what?
Rules are destroyed, and convention burns the ground. Would you like to make a with Opie, the Destroyer.
I would eat Betty White's ass. She's 90, right?
It doesn't smell too bad.
Anthony, the Rage.
Holy fuck, how much more fair you wanted? Tired of these people. Up my ass all the time trying to get me to help.
Fuck you.
And Jim Norton, lover of the transgender.
Every time a transsexual walks in the room, party horn should go off. Like, surprise!
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Strap in, dicks. This one's gonna hurt.
Double guns, bitch.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
That's pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, good morning, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
How's everyone feeling? Good? Good. It's the other Friday, I guess they call that, right?
Well, it's my Friday.
It's your Friday.
Oh, it's my Friday.
Oh, that's right. It's your Friday.
It's my Friday for a few more weeks.
How's that feel? Pretty good?
Yeah, it feels great.
For the foreseeable future. Linger.
Taking some Fridays off this summer, yes.
Yeah.
Not next Friday, because we're going to be in Montreal, Canada.
That's next week, huh?
There's a bit of a buzz as we broadcast from a conference room up there in Montreal.
Yeah, what happened there?
It might have been our fault.
Really?
Yeah. I guess there were emails and stuff saying that we were going to be broadcasting from a conference room.
Oh, and we were like...
and then I finally became aware of it way too late to change anything. So they're looking at me like, hey, idiot. We told you it was a conference room from day one.
No other options, huh?
Well, I mean, you know, when they send their emails, it's such garbage and bullshit.
It is.
I don't read any of it. And then you get caught every once in a while.
And if they thought, like to send us an email that said conference room, was that the best they could get? Because they should have known, like, what else was available aside from the conference room? Was the conference room the best place?
They're saying the conference room's going to be great.
I know, I heard.
They're saying, you know, don't get caught up in the fact that it's a conference room. It's going to look great. There's going to be couches in there and broadcast equipment and I believe enough room for 20 to 30 listeners.
Well, that could be cool. Some listeners in there.
Fuck.
What are you going to do?
But then the other side is to get everything right, we're going to have to start doing meetings again. Eesh. But then that is complete crap.
I cannot do that.
Because in an hour meeting, it would be maybe 3 minutes of, important stuff.
Oh,
Kenny popped up already. What's up, Kenny?
Kenny's right on the mic.
I don't know. What I'm about to say might anger some people.
Oh no.
Boy.
That's not you, usually.
Oh, boy.
No, it's like, I just found out recently, too, like, the company is spending a lot of money to fly you to a foreign country to broadcast to no one. You could just stay here and do that.
Yeah, it's kind of the same guys.
Yeah, the whole thing about traveling is for the fan interaction, for the fans.
Right.
It's kind of the same guys. I saw the list. It's like Tom Papa, it's Bob Kelly. I'm like, wait, we could do that in New York.
Oh, my God.
So we're going to go all the way up there.
Yeah.
To talk to the same guy. No, we'll get some different guys.
Yeah, somebody here thought that was a good idea because they weren't sure what type of fan base you might have there, and they didn't want you guys to be embarrassed and have nobody show up.
Oh God, we'd have a couple hundred easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Without even trying.
The problem is like There's no leadership here. Why don't you get an executive producer, like, all of a sudden? Like, what's with the company? Like, no, I'm tired of hearing people saying, "Oh, I don't give a shit. Like, it's not my responsibility." Like this is the people that work on the show. It's their livelihood. You think they would fucking, like, care a little bit?
Yeah.
Have some passion.
Nothing.
No, but, like, the company's like, hire an executive producer and, like, and hold people accountable and, and, like, be a professional fucking thing.
What were the other options? Do you know what other options
they
were?
treat me like a stepchild. All right, because I'm not a company employee. I'm a subcontractor.
Right.
So, since I'm not an employee and just a subcontractor, for any consulting, they would have to pay me by the hour. All right. So they rather do things on their own. All right. And then I find out last minute. And I was the one that stirred up the pot about not having a fucking audience. Because if you remember, weren't we in L.A. once and we sat in a conference room and broadcasted to fucking nobody?
Oh, that was that the poker tournament?
Yeah. One day you were on the casino floor. The next day we were in a fucking conference room.
Right.
Staring at each other, broadcasting to nobody.
In one of those horrible conference rooms, too.
Yeah. Well, this is what every fucking hotel has a horrible conference room.
That's true.
They're not any different just because they put a couch in there.
So you're on a need-to-know basis?
Yeah, they just,
I tried with Rob and Gary. I'm like, look, obviously I'm finding out a little too late, but is there anything we could do?
Well, that's what
and
I
they didn't
told
really
people.
They didn't really want to.
I go, those guys don't pay attention when you talk to them.
Well,
they listen with half an ear, and they fucking yes you to death. That's why you have to have a fucking boss of the show to take care of your business.
Something a little more festive, somewhere a little more festive than a conference room. Somewhere, where there's people walking around with all the excitement of the comedy festival.
It's a fucking festival.
Right.
The whole fucking town is a buzz.
Right.
So why can't the conference room be a buzz?
It can be if it's set up that way.
It's going to be set up that way. Right, Sam Roberts?
Yes, we're going to have decorations. We're going to bring some ribbons.
Nice.
Ribbons.
I think there's a Dwayne Reed near the hotel, so we're going to get some balloons and ribbons.
Maybe a party kit,
Maybe we could fool around with the conference phone that's going to be on the long table.
Oh, yeah.
Could fool around with that a little bit.
Why don't we get a pinata to beat?
Yeah.
Why don't we beat you?
Unfortunately, I'm not even going to be there.
What?
And I'm torn about too, but I have to do something else.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We're not that important.
No, you're very
KTC,
important.
KTC.
Yes, KTC, and you're gonna have
things.
Yeah, guys.
Things and guys.
Yeah.
In the conference room.
Yeah.
Is it one of those conference rooms that, like, you see, like, they filmed, like, toddlers and tiaras in?
I wouldn't know. Nobody's told me.
Oh, no, it's not that big. What's wrong with you?
Are you sure? No, because you're thinking conference room like down at the end of the hall.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm
you
thinking
mean like
it's
a
going to be
ballroom?
Not ballroom.
In
but
between.
Like, they call them a conference room. It's kind of a, yeah.
It's a little bigger than a conference room.
I'm assuming.
But smaller than a ballroom.
If they're saying we could fit 30 listeners in there.
Maybe 40.
I'm assuming it's more
to
of
be fair, maybe.
A small banquet / conference.
Well,
they call it a conference room in a hotel, but it's not.
Yeah.
To be fair, they said it's going to be good.
Yeah.
But
I was given the name of it, like it's Soprano Room C on the 4th floor.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
It's one of those. Then.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
So it sounds like it could be good. I don't understand what's wrong, Kenny.
Oh, boy.
Can we see the actual room?
I'm going to look for it.
Let's see
if
the
it's that
Hyatt
room, that looks
looking
neat.
Conference
Is
room.
it that room?
I don't think it's that
Oh, I
room.
don't
Why can't we broadcast from there?
That, I believe, is the lobby.
So?
The lobby would have
restaurant.
actually
The lobby would rock because you got people coming and going.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's an artist lounge where all the talent hangs out in.
Well,
That's
let's
like a cool
broadcast there.
place.
Oh, maybe it's this room.
That's a conference room. That's like a regular conference room.
Oh, no. Is it online? Come on.
I'm looking for a list of the conference rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been wanting to broadcast in Canada forever. So.
I know.
So we're finally doing it, and it's in a conference room. That's good, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, what's a show if not really just a fun conference anyway?
That's true. You're conferencing with the people.
Right.
Each other, the listeners.
Maybe we could create a nice, like, PowerPoint that's fun, though.
And I'd rather take a chance and be embarrassed.
Yeah.
If we set up a big place and all of a sudden 100 people show up, oh well.
That would be great.
I'd rather take the chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
because
man.
then it was brought to my attention, like, well, remember what happened K-Rock with the at the Hard Rock when only 100 people showed up.
You got to remind us of the big Halloween party that was a bust.
Yeah, but I said
a huge bust.
I said those guys are to blame for that because garbage in, garbage out. You got to fucking promote it like it's the best thing in the fucking world. Like you can't miss it.
Yeah, we fucked that one up.
Right.
That was one of our fuck ups.
Right. We didn't promote it.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, if you piss all over it, then if you're gonna fuck that, I'm not going to that. Like if those guys don't want to be there, I'm not going to be there.
Well,
but like
I like that. Garbage in, garbage out.
That's exactly it.
Right. That was a bad one. And that was like our 852nd appearance at the fucking Hard Rock, too. So.
Yeah, we kind of blew that one.
Enough. Yeah, we did.
We got ourselves to blame. Psycho Bob has a little something about our Montreal trip. Psycho Bob from Baltimore.
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
Yeah, I was just wondering if they're going to throw in a free continental breakfast with the pancakes and Canadian bacon.
A free continental breakfast.
Do we at least get a continental breakfast in the conference room while we're broadcasting?
So. Well, that was another issue. Like,
what?
I had to bring up catering.
You had to bring up catering?
Yeah, because I guess, like, nobody knows, like,
that we eat?
Every remote broadcast we did before and everything, it's like, so I had to bring it up to make sure, like, you guys are taken care of.
Right. And what do they say?
Oh, there's food for purchase.
They didn't say that.
We should have, like, a big buffet thing in the conference room.
No, because then, you know what? These assholes don't want to hear this. Because then now we start sounding like divas. But I do want a basic fucking chance at breakfast.
You don't sound like breakfast is the most important meal.
Of course it is.
But that and the guests need stuff. So, that should be readily available, not for purchase.
It's a fucking party.
It's a party.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's a conference, not a party.
Like, Anthony, you're a great host at your party.
Oh,
you have DJs.
Right.
You have chefs.
Barbecues, chefs, fucking booze, everything.
Exactly. Entertainment. Activities.
Your guests should have nothing to want for.
Exactly.
Yes. And just fun.
Is that it, Sam?
That's the meeting room. This is my best guess.
All right, well.
Look at it. It's like some fun blue carpeting. And, Kenny, you might be mistaken because there is some coffee here on this table.
Well, no, maybe those guys know how to plan something.
There's a table with coffee on it. That's good. That's all I need.
All right, coffee and water. Good for you.
And maybe a little Danish.
Oh.
No, you eat healthy.
Nice little Danish.
No, you're eating healthy. You're losing weight.
I am losing weight.
Get some nice fresh fruit.
Finally losing a few pounds.
I don't want Danish.
I'm getting rid of the baby weight, finally.
Kenny, you don't think the planning's gone well for the trip so far?
I wouldn't know. Nobody's planning with me.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, you don't really know how to plan trips.
No.
It's not in your past.
Why would I? I've only been on the road since 1989.
You really don't know how to plan trips away.
Yeah, a bus trip.
Yeah.
Are you involved with the bus trip?
I don't know what happened to the bus trip. I think they can only do one project at a time here.
It's not on my calendar. I'm telling you right now, the bus trip is officially not on my calendar.
You're taking it off?
No, because I never put it on. I don't believe it's happening.
The end of September. Middle to end of September.
Is there a definite date?
I don't remember.
I thought there was.
Because I would like, if there's a definite date, I would like to put it in my calendar.
I think there is
Don't put it in your calendar, because then you're going to, like, that week, you're not going to do anything, and then they're going to say, you know what, we can't do the bus trip, and then you're going to fuck yourself.
You know what's funny?
I have nothing in my calendar.
Okay.
You know, if you had a boss of the show, they could sit in front of this microphone and fill you in on details.
Right.
Who do you think should be planning with you?
A boss of the show.
There isn't one of those, though.
I know, so that's...
You're not the boss of me. I got blood by nose.
Yeah, go ahead. I've been fucking coughing already.
Well, do you guys want a boss at the show, or you're straight?
I I just want to get a few jokes out there.
That's the whole thing. That's
get
why
a few jokes.
That's why you need a boss. So you
bother
guys
a couple people.
Focus on being creative.
Maybe talk a little music every once in a while.
Yeah.
Make believe I know a lot about sports, and promote a dumb video or something that I've done.
You just need Mars to make sure the mics are on.
That's
and
right.
Good to go.
Yeah, it's easier that way. Yeah. It really is easier that way. But then we get caught every once in a while when we do try to plan something. Because they gave us the green light. I said it on the after show yesterday for the animation festival. But that was 2 months ago, and
I forgot about that.
See, it's laughing.
I forgot about that. We were given the green light for the animation festival. Oh, yeah. We're moving ahead. And then it's like,
this is why, though, Kenny. But then we get caught every once in a while, and you find out we're broadcasting from a conference room. So I do take some blame. But with all the shit that kind of just kind of, I don't know, revolves around the outside of the show.
That's remember that.
What about the guys that came in here to redesign our studio? How long ago was that?
What did I tell you?
It's going to laugh again.
What did I tell you?
Remember, they're looking, writing notes. Yeah, we need to come in here. This needs to go.
There was 5 guys.
Nothing.
And there's basic stuff. I don't know. I mean, I can't even give them... I can't give them the benefit of the doubt, because even basic shit like you said, these big huge monitors in front of you could go tomorrow. How hard would it be to just unplug those and get rid of that at least?
No.
Well, Kenny,
how long ago was that?
Who should be following up with?
Wait, Sam, I got this. So then the guys leave. There's like 5 or 6 of them, and Sam turns to me and goes, nothing's going to happen, right? And I go, damn it, I got tricked. Remember I said that to you? Because for once I got tricked. I'm like, oh my God, I think they're actually going to do something.
No.
Yeah. And Sam looks at me and goes, no, nothing's going to happen. You know that.
Oh my God.
How long ago was that? Too. Be honest. When they were standing over us.
It was over a month ago.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to move ahead in some way, shape, or form, right?
I said at the very least, because I even said at the time, I go, all right, they got to cut the console a little bit. They might try to get rid of this big board in front of me.
Push it forward.
They could have done it when you were on vacation that week.
All right.
So I said, look, all right, it might take a little more time, but I go, at the very least, could you guys at least take a lot of the clutter, out of this place? Remember?
Right.
They said, no problem, on it. That's why with Rob and Gary, they're nice guys, but
oh my God,
they just
Yeah, but you guys got to put your foot down, because obviously
I don't care.
Well, you have to care.
I don't care.
It's your name on the channel. It's your name on the logo. It's your show.
I don't care.
That's why you have to put people in place to care for you.
Don't care.
We don't have the authority to put people in place.
Huh?
We don't have the authority to put people in place.
That's why, your agent should pick up the phone.
Oh. I am giggling like a schoolgirl this morning with all these things.
It's so freeing not to care, Kenny, because for many years I did. Kenny, I'd be yelling at this person or that person.
But do you enjoy being a multi-millionaire?
Oh,
that's all right.
What?
I was probably happier with less money.
Well, that's what you're going to have, the way everything's continuing.
I haven't been a money guy. Most people know that. I'm happy I'm able to get a beach house this summer. You're right.
I'd like to be a multimillionaire.
Well, who do you think should be following up with the boss?
It doesn't suck.
Yeah, exactly.
No, of course it's cool. You want to be a multimillionaire? Well, you're going to have to change your attitude, first of all.
That's always been my problem. I have a propensity to piss people off.
Your attitude's a little rough.
I know.
You got to soften the edges a little bit.
I'm a little rough around the edges. You're right. Yeah. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's a curse.
I don't know.
It's a curse.
What bothers me is we're probably only a couple months away from the next Scott Greenstein meeting. Where I have to throw my hands up in the air. You were there. I threw my hands up in the air a million times going, we've been talking about this for a year.
I know.
He goes, well, I have no problem with it. Yeah, do it. The animation festival sounds great.
But let's get that moving. Talk to Bill Stettering. Right. Have you spoken to him? No, you'll love Bill. Bill is a guy. He throws names out that I've never heard. I never hear him again.
My head was spinning. I'm like, I can't keep up with all these names you're throwing at me.
Put Carol Blake on that one.
Right.
Carol, all right, get Carol Blake on the phone. And I'm like, who? What? And then you never hear anything again.
Right. Someone tweeted,
wonderful.
and I didn't write him back yesterday, and I apologize, because I do try to write a bunch of people back. Said, why don't you guys do bits anymore? Because the latest Opie and Anthony podcast has the Stalker Patty mousetraps and the street fishing we did with porn items and Bill Burr. And that podcast is available in all the usual places. Please get it. It's podcast number 10. That just turned into a little promotion there. Sorry. But so a guy, he downloaded the podcast. He enjoyed it. He goes, why don't you guys do bits anymore?
Oh, bits.
Is it because of all the red tape, or I forgot exactly how he phrased it, around you?
Lawyers.
Said, yeah, that's exactly it.
Fucking
we
lawyers.
never wanted to stop doing bits. It got to a point that we're like, holy fuck, we can't do bits anymore.
Yep.
We can't do it in this environment.
Can't do it.
Maybe if you had a boss of the show that would have a vision and could coordinate things.
Just start with a boss.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
But, I think the guys are going to come in here any day now and get rid of the clutter, at least, and then they're going to cut the console like we wanted, and they're going to get rid of the big fucking huge board in front of me, or push it forward, like I said, because I said if you remove some of the clutter, then I could push this forward, and then I'm good.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to happen?
Well, they said.
Come on.
Well, the funny thing is, now that we're bitching a little bit, it's going to be really awkward when you come in here tomorrow, because I won't be here, Anthony, and the clutter will be cleaned up.
Oh, right.
And they will make believe, no, man, we were planning. We were planning on doing this.
Remember the flap, and the coat rack thing, and yeah, I remember that.
But Montreal's going to be great.
Is it?
And he's disgusted. I love it.
But the other side of it, it's really cool to have a job where you really don't have a boss.
Oh, yeah.
We don't see anyone. It's the strangest thing ever.
I do like that.
We don't get any feedback from anyone around here.
No.
We get a little from Steve Blatter, I guess.
There should be someone whose sole job is to take care of things like that.
Yeah, you should have representation. Your talent.
We have Steve Blatter, Rob Cross, and Gary. Those are three guys that should be taking care of some, big fucking issues.
They're supposed to be the guys, Kenny. Why do we need a guy
that are associated with the radio show
to take care of things that the guys should be taking care of?
I don't know what their job description is.
I don't either.
Plus, all those guys, this show is one of their jobs. It's not their job. It's one of.
Yeah, I know.
There should be one of the guys on the corporate level that only takes care of this show.
Yeah, you guys have a channel. There should be a program director for your channel.
A program director for the channel. True.
Yeah. And then an executive producer of the show. And, take care of business. So you guys just focus on being creative.
We got good people working for the show.
Yeah.
There is no
good people that have been beat down and don't give a shit about nothing no more.
Nothing.
All they'd rather do is throw each other under the bus and set each other up for failure, rather than help each other out and cover for each other
and lift each other up.
Yeah.
Remember, we got the people reminding me here. Remember, they gave us those giant garbage pails.
That's right.
Remember the big?
I couldn't even get to my spot.
Remember the giant garbage pails?
They mean well.
They were New York City garbage pails.
They were the things you see on the corners.
On every corner.
Yes.
And they'll go, oh, they weren't that big. I would bet a lot of money they were very close to
giant.
that size.
There's one still in the hallway.
That's pretty.
Yeah, that's just the regulation fucking garbage pail.
Yeah.
Any day they're going to get rid of the clutter that we said you could do immediately.
Yeah. I love it.
So, bus trip? Maybe.
I guess.
Animation festival? Maybe.
I would say certainly not.
And
Why, we tried that once already. I had the whole budget I presented.
You did.
For what?
For the animation festival. That was the first project that was presented once Sirius took over.
Why, Kenny, why the resistance toward you? Because we all know your talents and stuff. You said you've been on the road since '89 with many successful tours and whatnot. Why the resistance toward you?
It probably goes back to when I heckled Jack Clayton at the fucking press conference.
Do you realize there's no one left from that episode to even be mad at you?
There's probably the ghost of fucking some jerk off running around here.
I got scared. I thought I was going to have to pay Kenny's bills for a very long time. Because that was my idea. And I skated. And they wanted your head.
Yeah, but you stood up for me. You did the right thing.
Well, I know, but
wow,
that's boring radio.
That was a big one.
I did whatever I could, but
yeah, it was a big one.
Basically, what was his name? Joe Clayton.
Yeah, Joe or Jack, something.
We were out there on CES?
Yeah, it was a big
Vegas.
fanfare.
And XM had its little place there, which was kind of cool. And then Sirius
in a conference room.
No, they used to do it up nice.
Yeah,
out there, remember?
Yeah.
Remember our Vegas trips? That's ages ago.
Dude,
we used to go every year.
Every year we'd be at CES
for 3 or 4 days.
Big stage with a fucking broadcasting right there,
beautiful
from
in front
of
everybody. So that was my point to Gary the other day, and he panicked because he can't figure shit out on the fly.
Yeah,
I think he's one of these OCD guys that everything has to be, oh my God. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. At CES, when we were broadcasting, people were just coming through, and we grabbed people because we were in a public place. Yeah, with a lot of people moving around. But the Joe Clayton thing.
Yeah, it was a big press conference.
Huge.
There had to be.
I forgot what they were announcing. I don't know if it was the Howard thing.
Yeah, the Howard thing.
Was it?
Well, Satellite was basically launching.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. We were already there.
Yeah, but it was the beginning of...
It was the beginning of their company going to the next level.
And they had the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders come out and do a big fucking thing. They played that song let's get it started in here.
Yeah. So... we were done with our thing, and I go, Kenny, let's go take a look, see what's going on over there. So they're getting ready to, start the festivities, and I go, Kenny, I forgot how I said it to you. I'm like, could you heckle Joe Clayton?
Yeah, you're like, Kenny, do something. I'm like, what?
Well, because, that fucking guy, way back in the day, we had a spot at Sirius, and then all of a sudden they shut down negotiations and made believe they never talked to us. And that always fucking pissed me off. Obviously, they had a plan that didn't include us. They realized they could get Howard, so they're like, well, fuck, why would we get these guys and pay them, a lot of money when we could, get Howard? I understand from a business point, but they were scumbags about it, and they never even returned our calls when we thought we had to deal with them. Yeah. So, there's Joe Clayton, and I'm like, Kenny, can you fucking say something? And what'd you say officially?
Well, we were in the back of 150 people.
Oh, I think it was more than that, but okay.
Yeah. And then I knew what I was doing, so I timed it perfectly while he was giving his speech. At the end of the sentence, I screamed out, "Can't hear you back here!"
That's all.
Yeah, but I said it 20 times.
Well, all right. I didn't. Yeah, you're right.
Until I got chased out of there.
And then security came.
Yeah.
And then I saw people I've known forever, I'll just say that, with their arms folded with this disgust on their face. I'm like, really? Pissed. We work together. This is what we do. And they were so mad. And then we thought, who cares? It's the competition.
Exactly.
But Clayton went on the phone, talked to Hugh Pinero.
One CEO to the other.
And then next thing you know, Kenny's we're both in trouble, sort of, but more Kenny. We're in deep trouble. I'm like, what are you doing? It's the competition. Who gives a fuck?
Care? Yeah.
Why are you even taking a phone call from that guy? And then we weren't allowed to hire Kenny, and then we did some under-the-table shit with Eric Logan, who was beyond cool. He's like, look, you could still have Kenny, but he can't really be on the book, so we're gonna pay him this way. We had a bag man, I think, basically to pay Kenny for a while.
Yeah. What happened to that guy?
Well, when Mel moved in, they showed him the door. I don't know where he is now.
But that's what I mean. He's kind of not.
When Mel Carmazin moved in, no, he's out. I hope he's out. Fuck. Is he on the board or something? Oh shit.
I don't think so.
No, I think he's out. But then I'm looking at Hugh Pinero like, we're really in trouble for this? Really?
Well.
And then he didn't want Kenny around at all.
It's not a surprise, that's for sure.
And then when Hugh Pinero finally left, thank God.
Although we had asshole number 2 come in.
Well, yeah. They're all assholes in the end, aren't they? Yeah. then we were allowed to hire Kenny through Eric Logan.
Yeah.
And he's been here ever since.
Oh, my God. What a fucking soap opera.
Yeah.
How do you give a shit that Kenny yells something out at the competition?
The competition. That's what I was thinking.
No wonder they got fucking acquired by Sirius.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they were the
bunch of jackasses.
They fucking bent over and just spread their cheeks for Sirius.
Oh, XM bent over. No lube, big Sirius, dry dick, just fucking...
And all these assholes thinking it was... I mean, I guess in the end it was a good thing, but they were all excited. I'm like, no, you idiots, they're going to push all of you out.
You guys are gone.
We're pretty much the last people from XM still around.
And Wiki, somehow.
I don't know. I wrote him the other day, and it said that the email wasn't valid.
That happened to me once, too.
What's going on with Don Wickland?
I don't know. I asked
Don,
somebody that didn't know.
Text me. Are you still around? I don't even know. Because they're down in Washington. Remember our Washington trips? Those were nice. That was fun.
Those were interesting. I liked the little cafeteria.
I loved it. Hot lunch every day.
Yeah.
After our show.
School.
It was awesome. The hip-hop guys would sit at one table.
Oh, yeah. With little cliques, just like school.
And just like prison, segregated.
Prison.
It kind of was, though. The right-wing talk show hosts were at another table, and then you had the emo kids over there, and the fucking alt-rock guys.
Classic rock guys.
Just getting high.
That was fun.
Nah, whatever.
No, Don Wickland.
He's still in a plea.
He fucking wound up.
Why is this publicity shot in front of a funhouse mirror?
He definitely.
Nothing on that.
Yeah, he's a little.
What's going on there, Doc?
It's like a little round.
All right.
Yeah, he pulled a cockroach move there. He's still alive.
Nah, he's good.
After the nuke.
He's good people.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're going to be in Montreal next week.
Yeah.
Thursday and Friday, broadcasting live.
Brush up on your French.
Is that it?
Don't they speak that there?
In Montreal.
Montreal.
Yeah. Yeah, and the conference room. Look for it. Look for us in a conference room near you.
It's so weird. This stuff
Check your local conference rooms.
This stuff used to get my blood pressure rising. Not anymore.
Now it's just...
I find it hilarious now.
Now it's just...
It's a complete turnaround for me. I just laugh now.
It's what it is.
It's what it is.
Are we just going to get an audience on site?
Well, I don't know.
Well, that's what I asked. Is it open to the free to the general public, or is it only for festival badge holders?
Oh, God.
And then I was told, no, it's to nobody.
I don't know. It'll be all right.
To nobody.
It'll be all right.
Oh, God. Yeah, how are we getting people in? Who are they?
It's 7 o'clock in the morning. It's not like they're going to be walking around on the sidewalk.
Well, I was up there many years ago when we were off the air, and Brother Weeze was broadcasting live. And I was trying to explain this to Gary. I'm like, he was in an area where, people were just walking around. It was sort of in the lobby, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was like on the second floor of the lobby, if that makes sense, overlooking the big lobby below. And he got so many people just because they were, checking in. They were getting up early to jog or have a smoke or get coffee or go to the gym. And he was just grabbing people he would have never got.
But think about it. Maybe we'll get the people that inadvertently open the door and go, "Oh, excuse me,"
right,
and then close it again because they thought it was.
Is this the Johnson meeting?
No.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You want to do a couple minutes on the radio, though?
No. Johnson meeting. Johnson meeting. I'm pissed. I'm late.
It's all good, Kenny.
Should be fine.
No, it's not.
Oh.
This is a sinking ship.
Kenny's disgusted with the organization.
What's more exciting than a sinking ship, though, Kenny? Think about it.
Yeah, but this is my livelihood. I'd like to
Oh, my
see
God,
it.
don't count on me or Anthony for your livelihood at this point.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
No. I'm looking at sailboats already.
Oh, boy.
I'm looking at sailboats, and you know what that means.
Sailboat. Like the Kennedys.
I'm looking at sailboats. Don't count on me for your livelihood.
Well,
we've made it to the top of the mountain. We're on our way down now.
All right.
Okay. We've left the dead bodies at the top. I mean, now we're fucking going back to the base camp. We're good.
Sliding down.
We're good. Unless someone wants to reinvent this whole thing, then I'm all in.
Yeah, a boss.
Hey, boss. Say, boss.
We don't have a boss.
Exactly.
Oh.
Bruce?
Don't worry, they're going to take care of the studio any day, though. Any day now.
Who is?
I do know they gave me some weird excuse, like something happened to one of the guys. Like
exactly.
He had personal stuff. And I just went, yeah, whatever. It's cool.
I found out it's because it was going to cost $230,000.
Oh, my God, we forgot about the wall.
The wall.
We forgot about the wall.
Entertainment Weekly's been having a time of their life in that studio.
Have they?
Who would know? They don't talk to anybody. They're the unfriendliest people in the hallway.
Kenny just needs people to be nice to in the hallway.
I love Kenny.
Kenny, we've been here 4 years. I just nod at people still.
Yeah,
we're not
they don't
friendly.
Even do that.
We're not friendly.
Where do you see them?
I see them. They come to work. They start their show at 7 o'clock. So
I would have no idea.
Could you point them out next time they walk by? Because I don't even know who they are, what they look like.
They go around. They don't come near it. This is like a pariah, this fucking thing. People, the talent handlers bring the fucking talent this far away.
Well, I would do things so differently if I was in charge. Like, we get guests because we're assholes. We'll open the door and I'll shout out some stupid shit, and
they pop in.
And they pop in. You get some cool interaction for maybe a couple minutes. Do you realize that the company gets really mad at us for doing that? Why? We're all the same.
I don't know why they get mad at that.
We're all the same company.
And in the end, nothing gets changed. Nothing's bad. The place that they're going doesn't get any less time. It just...
And if some other show grabbed one of our guests as they're heading into here, who cares? I wouldn't care.
For 2 minutes?
As long as we get them on the show.
Yeah.
So now what happens is the talent bookers that bring the people around, the handlers for SiriusXM, they're starting to avoid our studio. So we don't have that, that quick interaction.
Like a pariah.
Right. Yeah. So we don't have that impromptu thing, which if I was a listener of this show, I would think it's kind of cool. All of a sudden you're like, what? I didn't know blah, blah was going to be on the show today.
Yeah.
But we didn't know either, because all of a sudden he just, is outside the studio.
Yep.
Makes it cool.
Yep.
All right, let me get your breakfast.
Oh.
Let me say hi to Jeff in Delaware. Jeff, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well, thanks. I just wanted to say, you guys, the show you guys have been doing lately, it seems a lot better. I don't know if something's changed. Anthony seems a lot happier. For the past 6 months, I strictly only listen to you guys in the morning.
Gee, what happened there?
Me and Ann are getting along these days. It's a little weird, a little strange for both of us, I'm sure.
Well, no,
let's be honest, we're getting along. It makes it a lot easier.
It does.
Jesus.
It does.
As I say this, I can't even look at him.
Oh, my God. What do you mean? Oh, let me turn this way. What?
We're getting along. Thanks, Jeff. No, I
told you they were.
Christ, enough already. Enough. Yeah, it's no secret. There's been times we don't get along. Of course, we've been at this we're pushing 20 years now.
You don't even get along with people that you have sex with for that long.
Right.
Constantly.
Of course we go through our times we don't get along. But for some weird reason, we're still able to do radio, which is really strange to me.
Radio.
All right, Jeff, thank you. No, I personally feel really good about the show lately.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Me too, definitely.
And I appreciate the phone call. All right.
Appreciate your call. All right, yeah.
I don't think that was bitching. I thought it was...
No, it's hilarious when Kenny sits down.
Because I'm fully aware that bitching gets a little old, but
Kenny's in it. Come on. You got to let him go.
I kind of like that.
You got to let him go off.
And then bringing up some of the things that were supposed to happen and having Anthony laugh because he forgot about it.
I forgot about it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, the console.
It just...
Oh,
and I like bringing it up because I really, truly believe...
Yeah, we sit there like,
wow, that this happens to the people out there going to their jobs.
Yeah.
It's just amazing how nothing gets done anymore. And I was going to say in this country, but in the workplace.
Yeah.
Nothing gets done. Everything they just have to overthink everything.
And we hear about like how, we'll fix the console. We'll do it. It reaches like the starting point, right, and then just goes nowhere.
And I even, the last time, they were talking about fixing the console in our studio, I'm like, I even knew in my head, I'm like, okay, the odds of them doing this immediately is very slim. But I go, look, at the very least, you could get rid of the 2 monitors that Anthony has officially said he doesn't need at all.
Yeah.
He just needs one of them replaced. Now it's getting
with a small one.
Yeah, a tiny monitor. But if you do that, then I'm going to be able to push this console forward, which will give me more room. I'll be cool over here. Then there's some of this weird shit. Remember we even pointed at this stuff? This stuff, that's still here.
Like, why is the phone in the middle of the console?
We don't use that big, huge phone from 92.
Yeah.
And these keyboards are like, what do they do? We go, I don't know, to be honest with you. I think you could just get rid of those, or you could at least hide them somewhere else.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we'll be on it. We'll get right on that.
Yeah.
It's going to be awkward tomorrow when some of this stuff is cleaned up.
Oh, yeah. Gonna wonder who did it and who was instructed to do it. Probably a meeting. Yeah.
All right, what's going on out there?
Out in the world?
Yeah.
Out there, we talked about it in here. I went to the movies last night.
You went to the movies last night?
I went to the movies.
Now, you don't like going to the movie theater.
No, but it wasn't bad.
Who's that?
Who?
That.
Which one, the blind?
The one that's a little haggardy. Is that a word?
Haggerty?
That's the last name of Grizzly Adams. Dan Haggerty.
A bit haggard.
Not sure.
I think that works, right?
I'm not sure. There's one.
She looked kind of famous.
Oh, yeah? She was being led to Pete Dominic's show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was, but that's where she was being led to.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So I guess they're going to be talking about George Zimmerman.
Probably.
Anyway, you went to the movies.
Yeah, went to the movies. I went to see
The Conjuring.
No, very scary. I don't know if I want to see that at night.
The reviews in the paper today.
Really?
The trailer's the best part.
Why is that? Because the trailer's the best part. Yeah,
I think so.
Dude, I saw a trailer for that new movie with Matt Damon that's coming out. Futuristic. Looks good.
Matt Damon playing Matt Damon? One of those movies?
Damon.
He kind of plays himself in every movie, doesn't he?
It's like the Bourne character all the time.
Elysium?
Yes, Elysium.
Getting very good buzz.
It looks really good. It's got that District 9 look to it, same people that did it. It seems like a pretty cool little storyline. But I saw the whole movie. I saw the whole movie in the trailer. And I know this has been brought up many times, and but when you're sitting there watching it, it's like, wait, that's like a plot point.
Right.
That's a fucking plot point.
Right.
I'm supposed to be watching the movie, and when that part happens, I'm supposed to go, holy shit, whoa. That's like, and they just blow it.
You could pretty much, we probably shouldn't do it for the people, but you could pretty much, give a review of the movie, right?
Oh, yeah. I guess because they feel they're leaving out
or
like
talk about the whole story.
End. Meanwhile, you could probably figure out what the end's going to be.
They don't leave out the end.
Based on what happened in the trailer.
And they don't really leave out the end.
Well, they leave out the ending scene.
But you know what it's going to lead to.
Happen.
Right.
You know it. That other movie with Marky Mark and Denzel. Two Guns. Huge plot points.
Really?
Huge plot points. Just fucking thrown right out there. Here it is. And I don't know. Whatever.
When did they change the trailers?
I don't know.
It wasn't that bad.
No.
Let's say, you know what? The movie Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
With that huge surprise. That Bruce Willis is dead, the whole fucking movie, right?
Sure.
They would have gave that away in the trailers these days.
Probably would have, yeah. Yep.
In some way, they would have gave it away.
Yeah.
There was a time they held back, like you said, the plot points. Enough with the Prancisizer.
It's not the Prancisizer.
I know. It's another parody.
What is that?
Everyone's parodying the Prancisizer lady.
Jesus.
Enough. Anyway.
Yeah.
How was Pacific Rim?
I saw Pacific Rim.
Sorry. Oh, I thought you said
No, that's okay.
How was it?
Gonna say it anyway. You know what? Awesome.
What do you mean awesome?
It was fucking awesome.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because, first of all, you don't go into the movie, a movie like Pacific Rim, expecting an amazing story and fantastic dialogue and acting and everything like that. You go in because the whole thing is that this is an amazing, huge-looking action fucking monster movie.
Right.
And as far as that goes, one of the best I've ever seen.
Really?
As far as that type of genre goes. It looked fantastic. I saw it in 3D. It reminded me of, as a kid, like the old Godzilla movies.
Oh, wow.
And shit. But only done so well. It looked fantastic. The giant fucking mechanical things were beating up on fucking animals.
Yeah.
When they show these scenes like where the fucking machine is like running through the water, and you see the water fucking skirting off the legs of the thing. It looked fucking amazing.
How do they do that?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
It was awesome.
How do they do that shit?
And then see, look, Pacific Rim can suck my sweaty balls. Now, what were you expecting? I'm talking to the computer screen. I don't know what this guy was expecting.
Like the dialogue, yeah, because I saw it too.
Yeah.
The dialogue is terrible. Like, I laughed at the dialogue.
Oh, of course, I was laughing too.
But that's the fun.
Yes.
Do you think
it's
the dialogue...
an over-the-top...
Okay, sorry.
Like, over-the-top kind of movie.
Was the dialogue meant to be made fun of a little bit? Like, they knew what they were doing, maybe a little tongue-in-cheek?
I think they knew it wasn't, Academy Award-winning writing.
When they're talking and the father-son team there,
horrible.
And the dialogue between them, my boy and stuff, it's like supposed to be that Independence Day kind of let's go get 'em boys kind of a thing.
And I mean, for some reason they stopped when they set movies in the future now.
Yeah,
they figured out when the future is, and they haven't moved that year forward as time has gone forward. Because this movie takes place like in 2025, which is only in 12 years,
and everything looks like it does now anyway.
But they flash back to like when the aliens first came.
Yeah.
And you can tell based on the ages of the character that it was before 2013.
Oh, I see.
What happened?
It doesn't make any sense, but that's fine.
So they got to push their year a little.
Like, who cares?
Why don't you
a little further, right?
Yeah, like 21, 25.
Like the little Asian girl.
Yeah, she would have been.
That didn't figure.
That would have been like 2010 or 2009.
Did it happen? Did we miss it?
We didn't have that technology.
We didn't have like fucking deep sea alien things.
And that takes you out of the movie when they don't have the years right.
I mean, immediately I'm doing the math. I'm like, wait, no.
I never saw big fucking
nothing took me out of this
robots and monsters.
But nothing took me out of this movie because I wasn't expecting anything more from the dialogue and storyline and any things that continuity issues. I didn't care. All I cared about was that a fucking giant mechanical thing driven by two people grabbed a fucking monster, rockets fired off its elbow, and it fucking slammed its fist into its face.
Damn.
It looked great. How about when they beat that fucking thing with a ship?
That was the best part of the whole movie.
The best part of the movie. Fucking walking down the street like I'm going to kick this motherfucker's ass. And he's holding a ship in his hand.
Like a battleship?
It was like a fucking cargo ship.
Okay.
And he's holding in his hand, and he grabs the thing like a fucking bat and wails this monster in the face. I'm howling. It was great.
Not only is he holding it like a bat, but this government manufactured machine is dragging a ship through Hong Kong and just millions of dollars in property damage.
Oh, yeah.
As he drags a ship with him halfway across the city. It doesn't matter,
But you can't think of the damage to the city.
This was 9,000 9/11s were happening in every second of this movie.
Every scene.
Every scene.
See, they were so smart. Because they didn't try to make it about some dumb story where they're like, okay, we're going to build this up, and then at the end, we'll have the monster robot alien fight. 45 seconds into the film was the first fight.
And throughout the movie, there's just fights.
They just have robot versus alien fights the entire movie.
See.
What was the conflict?
Huh?
What was the conflict that they had to fight all the time?
Oh, there were aliens.
Evil aliens.
Under the ocean.
All right, but who are they fighting?
In the big chasm
down
there.
So there's aliens down there, and who are they fighting?
Earth.
Earth, yeah, of course. You know, they always want to take over the planet.
But they're fighting
aliens.
other monsters, you said.
No,
the government had to build these giant robotic things.
Okay.
And fucking giant. Like the
Do
scale...
they have to buy them? Do they have to build them right away?
No, this is over the course of years.
Okay.
And we're kind of losing the war.
Oh,
that was the whole concept of it.
Now what?
And, yeah, exactly.
God, these sundresses are going to drive me insane.
Oh, look at that.
These fucking baby doll sundresses that are walking around here.
They're very see-through, very light.
It's unbelievable. Like, when we were growing up, women didn't dress like that. And then you go in the hallway and you fucking maybe look down a little too long, and then you're in an HR meeting.
HR. Look out.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I see it every day. Every day. It's wonderful.
Fuck.
Gotta love them.
So we're losing the war.
Yeah, we're losing the war, you know.
How without giving away, I guess, too many plot points, not that there were any.
Not that there were.
How great was...
Here's the spoiler for the movie, by the way. They fight. Fucking giant robotic fucking things and sea creature type aliens fight.
And
that's it.
Where do the humans go as all this destruction's going on?
The humans run the fucking robots. They're in
Not every human.
No, they're
what about like Plumber Joe?
Lots of them die.
Oh yeah, there's collateral damage
But
all
do
over
the rest
the place.
go like, I don't know, like
They go into shelters when this happens.
go see a relative somewhere else in another state? Is it only on the West Coast?
It's Pacific Rim.
No, I understand. So it's
But they're branching out. Look out.
It's all coastal areas.
Safe.
Are we safe in New York from the...
For now.
Okay,
I think
good.
for now.
Okay, good.
You would think every single human being by 2025 would have moved inland.
Yes.
Why would anybody live in a coastal environment?
On the coast when these things pop up?
People are still on a beach.
One thing I found funny,
because you want to go in the ocean.
There's aliens in the ocean.
Oh.
One thing I found very
sharks.
interesting too is there's aliens and they're just ravaging the earth, and the Asian girl figured, I'm gonna dye my hair a little blue on the tips here.
Oh,
like
really?
wouldn't that be so far down the priority list of things at that point when people just dying by the hundreds of thousands that you're like, I think I need a little blue hair dye.
Is there time for some love?
A little
love making?
Little time for love, Dr. Jones.
There's a little time for love?
Little time.
Well, you wonder, though.
A little romance?
You wonder.
Is it love? Is it a brother-sister relationship? You don't know.
You don't know.
How was Charlie Day? That's all I want to know.
He was Charlie Day.
Your comic relief is here.
Because I like Charlie Day a lot.
He was the wacky scientist kind of guy.
Yelling,
trying
voice
to figure it out. There's the fighting, right?
Yeah.
There's the fighting. But then there's the other side of the battle, which is let's try to figure them out. Kind of a thing, and that's where he
try to figure out the aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you do that?
Well, look at an ID4.
They have no interest in living
figure it out.
in harmony with us.
You had to fucking kind of figure them out a little to see what the best way to send your rock'em sock'em robots in.
Right.
Did you notice because obviously they have communicators in the robots in their helmets?
Yeah.
Back with base.
Yep.
Did you notice how far those communicators could go?
It's the future.
It's 2025. It's 2025.
Not that far.
Remember, a mere 6 years ago, I had a Pebble phone, so it is possible.
Right.
All right.
Fucking ruled.
I mean,
it did, huh?
I was watching this, just going like, "Fuck, that's cool."
Interdimensional walkie-talkies will be in existence by 2025.
Yes.
With the flying cars? Any flying cars in the movie?
No. Just giant
Still no
robots.
flying cars in 2025.
Big helicopters.
Yeah.
Personal helicopters?
That could never happen.
8 billion ton fucking robots.
15 helicopters, 100% in sync with each other.
Of course.
As they carry, 8 million ton robots and drop them in the ocean.
Oh my God, how much gas did that take?
Please. The rotors would rip right off these things. But again, I didn't care. That wasn't the point of the movie.
Right.
And people that say it sucks balls, as they say, are missing the point of what this movie is about. You go in, you sit down, you watch amazing giant robot, fucking batshit crazy looking animal fights.
And Rotten Tomatoes, they're tough. They're tough on movies. They're giving it 71% positive reviews.
Go.
That's good. That means it's a fresh tomato in their
people
world.
that know what
and then
they're going in
85% of
for.
the moviegoers are loving it.
They know what they're going in for is why.
Yeah.
If you say it sucks balls, tell me why. Why? It didn't look good? It didn't look realistic enough or anything? It looked amazing.
All right, we got somebody on the line.
All right.
Jeff, thanks for the compliment. We're never going to take today because we're too busy. I appreciate it, though.
Oh,
Jeff. Jeff?
Yeah, how you doing today, guys?
All right.
Yeah, right.
Hey, just wanted to call in, first-time caller and long-distance truck driver here, and I listen to you guys religiously every morning. And,
wow.
Religiously.
Yeah, well,
Praise
you guys are real. Keep it like that, man. I mean, you guys are real. And I appreciate it. With a cup of coffee, you guys get me through the day.
I keep it real.
Wow.
I keep it real. Trayvon just a whoopah.
It's called whoopah.
I call whoopah. I got to put my jaw out when I do it now. Yeah, no, that's just called whoopah.
All right, Jeff. Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you, sir.
All right, right on. But we got Kevin in Atlanta.
Oh.
Hey, Anthony, you have savaged Independence Day in the past. You guys have had your. Do you not realize that movie Pacific Rim is nothing more than Independence Day with Transformers?
Well, very, very similar. I did notice that as I was watching last night, especially since you got the guy from The Wire there doing his little Independence Day speech at one point.
You got the
that was horrible. By the way,
terrible.
Worst speech of any movie.
Worst speech ever. One of my favorite parts of the movie, as far as dialogue things go, is when someone's adamant and they're like, "I'm not doing that. No way you can make me." And then someone turns around and goes, "But it's for the country." And then he goes, "Yeah, all right."
What the hell?
I saw like 3 separate instances where it took nothing to talk people into doing things that they were dead set against doing. In one sentence, they were like, "Nah, right."
You're right.
When all the power goes out.
Yeah.
And it's already been established, maybe only 15 minutes ago, that the one robot, the hero robot, has a nuclear reactor, so it's analog. And they go, "None of the robots work." And then Charlie Hunnam goes, "One does."
One does.
Oh,
yeah, I laughed out loud in the theater.
Of course you lolled.
And then guess what? Awesome robot alien fight followed.
Fucking awesome robot alien fight. God damn.
Well, what about the quirky scientist that just has to try to understand the aliens? Same thing as Independence Day. Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
But you know what the difference was? Independence Day did not have an alien fight literally every 15 minutes.
Exactly. Thank you.
True. All right, that's true.
Thank you.
All right, Kevin.
Nobody dragged a giant boat through Hong Kong in Independence Day.
Fucking wound up. Wham! He slams it with a cargo ship.
Least effective battle method ever.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen Pacific Rim, but I don't think they were going for high expectations like Independence Day.
No, that also.
That's the problem with Independence Day. They were trying to go a little more highbrow with
they
the whole fucking
meant
thing.
Every bit of Independence Day.
It's a Godzilla movie. Thank you.
It's a Godzilla
Wheels is saying
movie.
it on Virginia.
That's what
From
I was
Virginia.
saying. It reminded me of sitting there and watching Destroy All Monsters at the Central Islip movie theater.
That
with Ghidra.
Do we have that noise from Godzilla?
Godzilla noise.
Can't do it. Oh boy, now you got to deal with Steve from Philly.
All right.
Steve in Philly, how are you, sir?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man. Why the whispering? Are you at work already?
Hey, what's up, guys?
You at work already, or what? What's up?
Oh, yeah, I'm here already.
He's calling the golf match.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I would make golf talk, but I don't know the game, so couldn't even make a joke.
It's a wonderful game, sir.
I just wish there was a way to figure out who the Russians were in the movie. You know, if only we could figure out who the Russians might have been. Maybe it was the really stoic, angry-looking, short-haired blonde people.
Yes, of course.
Who looked just like Ivan Drago.
And then there were the Asian guys dressed in red, and they were very Asian.
If only the Asians were really athletic and in sync.
Yes, yes.
That would be...
Of course.
They look like the Jabberwockies.
But what?
Yeah.
But Steve, what's your problem with any of that?
My problem, and I'll say this, the movie was very exciting. The fight scenes were awesome. What bothered me is all the hype. They're talking about someone said it was a masterpiece.
It was saying that. I thought it looked great. When you want to see an action, when you just want to see action, and it doesn't matter what the vehicle for that action is, if it's cornball, if it's bad dialogue or shit like that, but the action part of it is so outrageously cool. I don't care. As long as they pasted together some type of storyline, I could give a shit.
Well, Steve is basically saying the movie's corny.
Right. When they cut in that junk in between fights.
They cut in that junk.
The guy says, I'm not even exaggerating. There's about 4 seconds between these two things happening. Idris Elba says, if I get another machine, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And within 4 seconds, he's in a machine.
He's back in a machine. Yes. They really did solve problems quickly. How about when wacky Always Sunny in Philly guy has to kind of mind meld with the brain, and he's on site and just takes what looks like a giant meat thermometer.
Right. He had his portable mind meld machine with him.
Portable mind meld machine. It didn't matter. He needed to talk to the brain, and they made it happen in the movie.
Not only did he build the mind meld machine out of trash.
Yes.
He did it twice in 2 different locations with different trash.
No, I think he brought the second one, the first one, to the location somehow.
How about when they told you what corner to meet Ron Perlman on, and they had to show you that he was standing on the corner with the 2 street signs above him?
Well, yeah.
Ugh, come on.
Ron Perlman.
Laughing.
Ron Perlman ruled.
He was awesome.
He was totally awesome.
You know what? I think my favorite moment was when they were like 10 minutes into a fight with an alien, and they were getting their ass kicked.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, oh, there's only one more option, and it's to throw all our bombs at him. And then the Asian girl goes, no, there's one more option. And she pushes the button for sword.
Sword.
And I'm like, why wouldn't you have started with a sword?
Right?
Why wouldn't you just stabbed him?
I didn't get that either. You know,
the other thing,
the guy's got the whirling fucking saw blade hands.
Right.
Come out with whirling saw blade hands.
Yeah,
right. The risk of
That's a good starter.
What was the starter then?
Just fists.
Oh, that's dumb. You're right. That's ridiculous.
Dropping double axe handles.
Right. Like, why wouldn't you start with all your weapons? I'd be doing that plasma gun and fucking shooting the rockets out of my chest and fucking sword. And
not saving. It's not even like a sword has ammunition that you save for.
No.
It's a sword.
And they're just disemboweling things. It's easy.
Whoa.
It looked easy.
Nice.
The Gypsy Danger was standing its ground. Didn't want to go right to the big guns right away.
Yeah.
Look, let's
stand your ground, right?
Look, let's all be honest here. It's no Sharknado, okay?
Yeah.
But it's still a guilty pleasure, this Pacific Rim.
Look, I fucking thought it was awesomeness.
I felt like I was watching what would happen if Sharknado had a $7 billion budget.
Yes.
And it looked like if Sharknado looked amazing, like you're like, holy shit, there are really sharks in the sky.
Right.
It would be very similar to Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
When they're walking around that complex with all the robot things there, and you just see like they're coming up to barely a speck next to the shoe of this thing. Like Anthony, it just looks so awesome. Yes.
And once the government shut it all down, and this guy somehow had access to everything still.
Yes.
Who was funding it?
We don't need them.
The government shuts down. They're like, look, these robots obviously aren't doing the trick anymore, so we're going to shut down all robots and just simply build a wall.
Build a wall.
Like, why would the wall be secondary to giant robots?
They're going to build a wall, which, by the way, gets breached every week.
Really?
It's just, the wall idea was terrible.
You'd think
wait a minute.
You'd start with the wall, and then go, oh, the wall didn't work.
Wall doesn't work. Let's
we
go to
should
robots.
build giant robots instead.
You think the wall would have been the first thing?
Like the sword.
Right.
The robots are such a bad idea that the government's going to abandon it. But if you guys want to use them, you go ahead.
All right, so the storyline might have a couple
He took
problems.
We don't have anything to do with them.
Yeah.
So if you want them, you can have them. I know one's got a nuclear reactor in it, so be responsible.
Yeah. That's the one that's, of course, not digital.
Right.
Because when all the digital ones shut down, the old school one that nobody wants around is the one that saves the day.
Yeah, see?
That makes sense.
For some reason, it's impervious to an EMP. I don't know why.
When the guy said, "You're going to get us all killed," I was out.
No, really?
Come on. How are you out? Then it went to an awesome fight. How are you out when you got an awesome fight?
And then I put my glasses back on, I watched the fight, and then
Exactly.
when I on the screen, I took the glasses off.
Oh, man.
I just slowly became more and more in as the movie continued.
I did, too.
I thought it was the lowest expectations a human could have for a movie.
Yeah.
I was making fun of my buddy who wanted to see this. And then I was like, all right, awesome.
That's how I was.
Awesome is what the movie was.
I go, and I'm just like, all right, awesome. When that fucking robot, when the power was like, bzzz, and now they're stuck in the head, and that big thing is just yelling in its face.
But it didn't attack it.
Didn't have to.
It was off.
It's playing dead.
Right. He only fights when he's
sniffed at it a little.
Yeah, when you swipe at it, knock it over.
No, it didn't even knock it over.
What, all
It was
the
still
anger just
standing.
goes away because the thing powers down?
I think he was going to do something, but then fucking,
He realized loftier goals.
Gypsy showed up.
It didn't fight back.
Gypsy showed up.
Steve, you're doing a great job.
Gypsy Danger
hold
showed
on the
up.
line. I'm going to put Mark in Nevada. He has an observation about Pacific Rim as well. Mark, go ahead. You're on with Steve from Philly and, of course, us.
Okay, how about the greatest scene of the movie when everybody thinks that monster's dead, but they got to turn around and check the pulse with the pulse cannon.
What?
Let me turn around. He goes, "Let me check the pulse." And then he just shoots his cannons at it. Kaboom!
G.
Yeah, I don't think it's got a pulse.
Just opens it up.
Which, by the way, I love that these alien creatures that don't resemble humans in any way, shape, or form have a pulse.
Yeah.
What are you checking?
It was James Bond type line, like,
Are we going to be quoting lines for Pacific Rim for the rest of the summer? Or
no.
Steve's laughing.
Don't.
Steve's like, oh, God.
No.
No, I'll be backs or any of that shit?
No.
Fuck.
Well, we might be canceling the apocalypse.
Oh, yeah. That was a
the big
great
speech.
line.
Ugh.
This is our Independence Day. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
Oh, Sam, someone's on your shit. Hold on there, Steve. You're still on the line, and we're going to add Kyle to the conversation from the home of Brother Weeze, Rochester, New York. What's up, Kyle?
Hey, Sam, as soon as you got out of that movie, you tweeted some bullshit about how it was the worst movie you've ever seen and all that shit, and now you're all over Ant's dick.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you're all over Ant's
As soon as I got out of the movie, I tweeted something to the effect of, if a terrible Sci-Fi Channel movie had a crazy big budget, it would be Pacific Rim, which is what I said a minute ago with Sharknado.
Yeah.
I literally said the same thing.
And he's agreeing with me because I'm not saying it's an amazing movie, and I said the dialogue stinks. And
You said it's awesome,
the
though.
fucking thing. It's awesome.
But awesome is different than amazing.
I bet the movie's awesome.
Which is different than great.
There were so many fights and shit, and they were placed throughout the movie where it never got to the point where I was like, oh, geez, enough.
Here's the two tweets. If someone were given a huge budget to make a terrible Sci-Fi Channel movie, it would be Pacific Rim, which is an endorsement.
See?
Second one, Pacific Rim is maybe the funniest movie of the summer. You have to be prepared for absolute ridiculousness.
Yes.
It's great.
And once you're prepared for that, you go in and you're like, fucking awesome.
And then I cited the robot dragging a boat through Hong Kong.
Yes.
I got a tweet.
King Kong.
Now that Steve from Philly is kind of a star, he's helping us through the segment here. Now he gets to have the fun of the hater.
Oh, good.
Tell this queer Steve on the phone to stay in the art house theater if he wants cinematic excellence. Fuck off, douchebag.
It's queer.
Welcome to showbiz, sir.
Yeah, enjoy.
Enjoy. Aren't they a treat?
Hope you like your fans.
Right.
My problem with it was the hype, not the actual
hype. There wasn't much hype. It wasn't.
Dude.
No, this wasn't hyped.
No.
I'm talking about like the phony reviewers that they put on the commercials.
Well, who doesn't do that?
I got a question.
Yeah.
Was Tom Skerritt in the movie or what?
No.
Fuck!
That would be great.
How do you make a movie like that without Tom Skerritt?
I know.
Although we finally get Tom Skerritt on the phone, and then someone in studio didn't have a lot to say to the guy.
Who are you going to say to Tom Skerritt?
You did mention the homosexuality.
Homoeroticism in Top Gun, which he just laughed at me about.
Oh, we got him on the phone because of you.
I know.
and then you had not much to say
really
to the
thought
guy.
I'd have more to say to Tom Skerritt, and I kind of didn't.
When did you realize you didn't have much to say to Tom Skerritt?
Pretty early on in the conversation, I was like,
I was just obsessed at how much he sounded like Clint Eastwood from Play Misty for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Mount Rainier.
Right, writing some
poetry.
Yeah.
For my radio show.
Yeah.
All right, Stephen Philly. You did a great job today, sir.
We should eat. My eggs are getting cold.
Missing a huge point. It's a lot like Twister. Another guy wants to defend Pacific Rim. Let me go to Ken as you open up your breakfast there. Ken, what's going on? Queens.
Hey, good morning, boys.
Oi.
Yeah, Pacific Rim was an awesome monster movie.
Yeah.
Like, it was, if you watch Godzilla and you're like, oh my God, what could they do today with all the special effects?
Exactly. Thank you.
That's what they did. The star of the movie, everyone's comparing it to Independence Day. No, it's not like, there's no Will Smith. There's no mega star in it. The stars are the robots and the monsters.
Yep.
It's great. You have to go in there, and watch. It's a good action flick. You can sit there, you watch it. You don't expect dialogue. Like all the monster movies, the dialogue is, a little corny anyway.
Exactly.
You laugh at it. You're supposed to laugh at it. The guy from what's his face from Sons of Anarchy. He's like the black market guy. He's corny in it with the little knife.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a great movie. You're not going to waste your money by going there and watching this movie.
All right,
5 stars.
Thank you, Ken. What was I going to say? Oh, if you didn't see it in 3D, would it be just as awesome?
Yeah, I didn't see it in 3D.
Oh, really?
It was fucking badass.
I think you sold me on this. I had no desire to see Pacific Rim, even though I love Charlie Day. But now I might have to go.
It couldn't be more stupid, but it also couldn't be more awesome.
Fucking the power in those punches that they're showing. Like whoever did the CGI on this shit is fucking brilliant.
Speaking of movies, before we take a break, the sequel to Sharknado has been announced, and it's going to take place in New York City. I want to start a campaign. I want this radio show in the next Sharknado movie. How do we do this?
Yes.
I want to be eaten by a flying shark. How does this happen?
Wow.
How do we do this?
I don't know. It seems reasonable.
I mean, look who they had in the other one.
Ian Ziering, big stars.
Right. Can we start a campaign? Who do we reach out to?
See if
I just want a stupid cameo. I don't even need a line. How about we're just doing our radio show and a shark comes through the ceiling and eats us?
That would be crazy.
Right. Maybe we'll try to get the dad from Home Alone to be a guest on the show. He's probably not doing anything. He'll get us that connection.
There's another Home Alone.
Dad, though, he's not going to be in that one.
Yeah, but he probably still knows the people.
No, that's true.
Speaking of Home Alone, there's another alumni that's doing very, very well.
Who's that?
Joe Pesci?
Devin.
No way.
Remember Devin, our old pal?
Devin Rattray.
Who kind of gave up on us because we were obsessed about the fact that his father was in a porno. He just didn't want us talking about it anymore. Not even a porno, like a hard R?
Yeah, one of those old
lady.
Used to see it. Lady Chatterley's Lover.
Yeah, I think it was in one.
You used to see it back in on cable when cable first came out.
But I never gave up on Devin, who was in Home Alone and was a friend of the show for a while. When Jeff Bridges was in the other day, Jeff Bridges gave me and Jimmy a book of his photography. One of Jeff Bridges' hobbies is to kind of take photos when he's on set of what's going on. And I'm going through this book. It's kind of cool. And all of a sudden I see Devin. He's in the new movie. He's in R.I.P.D.
Whoa.
I'm like, right on Devin. Very happy for him. I don't know how big his part is, but...
Hey, he's in it.
He's absolutely in the movie.
He's working.
So, a little shout out to Devin if he's still out there listening or fucking whatever. All right.
Very cool.
On the cover of the Rolling Stone. We should talk about that a little bit, huh?
Yeah, a lot of people are confused. Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yes.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show is back. Go on, sit down. The celebrities are ready to entertain you some more.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Oh. Nelson Mandela, 95 today.
I am.
He's got a little bit of a comeback.
I know. It looked like he was definitely going to be dropping dead.
He was on his deathbed, and then I heard, I think a few days ago, they were considering letting him go home.
Yeah. I guess he had an
not that he's going to be playing tennis or anything, but but they're thinking, go home. Enjoy the rest of your life. I just can't clear this fucking throat, man. It's fucking driving me insane.
It is a bad one as far as the throat and mucusy.
I don't feel sick.
Thing goes. Yeah.
I don't feel sick or any of that shit.
I'm fine.
It's just like this weird little, just this fucking dry tickle.
Yep. My voice was gone for the past few days. Today's the first day, like, I don't feel like I'm completely bleh,
right.
All ratty.
Ba-na-na-na-na.
At least it was a fast one. Like, this one is like this fast-moving virus or whatever it is.
So the cover of Rolling Stone, everyone's talking about it.
Yes.
With the Boston Bomber kid.
Oh, I thought that was one of the Jonas Brothers. Oh.
It's been 4 months and I still can't pronounce the kid's name. I'll acknowledge that.
Boston Bomber.
Boston Bomber.
Boston Bomber.
And there's a lot of outrage. And a lot of my outrage goes toward the mainstream media because, like I was telling Anthony this morning, I would have never seen this cover if it wasn't plastered on every news program.
Yeah.
And it confuses the fuck out of me because, okay, Rolling Stone has the controversial, cover, and it's pissing off a lot of people, obviously.
Uh-huh.
But then the news shows it, and they try to say they're just doing the news, but they're turning more people onto the controversial cover.
Yeah.
And then they have this, this fake outrage, this false outrage. Like, can you believe what Rolling Stone is doing? And I'm thinking to myself, you're showing millions of people this cover that would probably have never seen the damn cover. Because first of all, who reads Rolling Stone anymore?
Yeah,
their numbers are way the fuck down.
Yeah,
and then I got problems with Rolling Stone, obviously, because okay, you want to do a cover story on this kid, and I hear that the article itself is well written. Because there's a lot of what the fuck? And no one expected that this kid would have done what he did. Mm-hmm. And they talked to his old wrestling coach and this and that and give a history of the kid himself. So I understand, especially with the freedom of speech and freedom of the press and all that something like this should be allowed.
Yeah.
But then Rolling Stone chooses to put, the kid on the cover like he's Jim Morrison or like he's in one of these new hip bands of the day.
Exactly.
Instead of maybe choosing a picture where maybe it's an overall picture of, the bomb going off, you know what I mean?
Or one of those grainy pictures of him
something.
From a surveillance video.
Right.
Yeah, anything but something that makes him look like a rock star, which again plays into the minds of all these lunatics that go on these mass shootings and bombings and whatnot, and they look at that and go, well, this guy reached the pinnacle of fucking existence, a picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone. All I got to do is, and now, go out and kill somebody.
And it's always been a thing, there's been songs written about it on the cover of the Rolling.
Yeah.
Like every band is hoping, even the cool bands, they're all hoping that one day they're on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. And they put this kid on there looking, like you said, like a rock star.
It's like we were talking about with the news covering these guys' manifestos and everything. It makes the next person want to do it that much more because they're doing it for nothing more than recognition.
Sure.
So
for their cause or for themselves or what have you.
So now it's like, oh, wow, this guy really got recognition.
Right.
He's all over the news. His picture now. And they didn't have to use that shot. They could have. Look at what they did to Manson, because they also had Charles Manson, on the cover years ago. But look what they did. They made it black and white. They put some kind of
yellow around it.
It looks
circle around his face, or most of his face.
Yeah, he looks very scary.
Right.
Like, they didn't have to give this kid the fucking rock star treatment.
Yeah.
That's just as good a picture as any fucking rock star you would see on the cover.
Oh, absolutely. Any rock star would be proud of that type of picture on the cover of Rolling Stone. So, you know, I mean, we live in a society where, you got to kind of allow it, but...
Yeah, but you also got to look at what the motive is there.
Right.
I mean, there are girls that love this kid, that fucking are writing letters protesting that they should free him, pictures of him up on their walls.
Right.
And the type of hero worship for this animal is fucked up. Then for Rolling Stone to do this and make it even more so, is what's the intent?
And I'm bothered by the news because like it's weird. It's sort of a gray area because obviously they want to report on things happening in our society, but to make believe that they're part of the outrage is ridiculous because you are turning more people on to the outrage.
Yeah.
So that it drives me nuts when I see these people do it. And they show the cover every half hour.
Oh, it's up there all the time.
I've already seen it at least 10 times as we're doing a radio show and goofing on Pacific Rim. I'm like, there's the cover again. Seriously? I would not have seen the cover. Because I don't really buy magazines anymore. I walk by magazine stands, so maybe I would have saw it quickly. Maybe. It maybe would have caught my eye.
Mm-hmm.
And Brooke Baldwin, she's one of the newsreaders on CNN. Because they're pretty much newsreaders, let's be honest with you. Each other. They try to have an opinion here and there, but it falls incredibly short. And she had a Boston fireman on talking about the cover, because obviously up there, man, it really fucking stings. Yeah. And he's talking about it and just saying how pissed off he is and all that, all the typical stuff, of course. And then and the media then celebrates the fact that, he's on the cover of Rolling Stone. And Brooke Baldwin gets on her high horse. Sir, we're just reporting the news. But you could tell she was bothered by that because I think deep down in her tiny little fucking pea brain, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want
to. They do.
She doesn't want to lose her job, so she plays her part in the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Of course the media is celebrating the fact that this kid is on the cover of Rolling Stone.
They know what they're fucking doing.
But they figure if they go, oh, look how outrageous this is, then they could certainly, talk about it and feel safe.
I mean, they must have meetings. The Rolling Stone's been around long enough where they must have meetings about the cover. And then they must also have discussions as to whether any of their covers is going to cause a problem and how to, head it off. So they must have known. Oh, my God.
Do you see this?
Yes.
What do people hear when we talk?
Oh, my God.
Tony, Dallas, what's up? Yeah, he hung up.
He was scared.
He goes, that's an old picture. They didn't do a photo shoot.
It wasn't part of a photo shoot. Really? I didn't know. I didn't see the trach hole in his throat.
Right.
And his jaw fucking 3 inches over to the side and bullet holes in his face. Yeah, that kind of led me to believe it wasn't taken ex post facto.
Is that how he looks nowadays?
Yeah, from what I hear.
See, that's why Rolling Stone, to get a picture where he was
get him all fucked up.
All sexy and shit.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. I Rolling Stone could do whatever the fuck they want, but I wish they would have picked a different fucking picture to sell their story.
Yeah.
So, but of course you gotta allow it.
Well, yeah, I don't think anything can be done. I mean, CVS has decided they're not going to carry the magazine, and
a whole bunch of places.
And I guess that's their, prerogative.
But Rolling Stone doesn't care. They'll have it online.
Yeah.
They did their job. They got everyone talking about Rolling Stone magazine. When was the last time anyone talked about Rolling Stone magazine?
A long fucking time ago.
So they're probably high-fiving all over the fucking office, which is really close to here, by the way.
Oh.
I think it's only a couple blocks up on 6th Avenue.
I can't believe that guy thought we would even think it was a photo shoot. Let the FBI know, hey, could we take this kid into a studio? We're doing a cover, right? And we want to get the sexiest shot we can. Yeah, sure. Have him back a little later, though. We're going to charge him with, murder and...
we got 800 counts that we got to charge him with, but
use of a weapen of mass destruction.
But I think we could give you a couple hours for the photo shoot in a warehouse somewhere.
Go ahead. Fucking, that guy was a dope.
Let's say hi to Terry. Terry, what's up?
Hey, everybody fucking knew it Rolling Stone because everybody's seen the movie Almost Famous. They sit down and discuss all the covers and what's going to go into it. They have reporters go out and actually take care of what's going on,
It's very calculated.
Yeah, of course it is. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew they would get people talking.
This wasn't a mistake. And and I think one of their excuses was,
I love the show, guys.
All right.
Oh, my God. Thank you, Terry.
Long-time listener.
I appreciate it, actually. Thanks.
Second.
No, long-time talker, apparently. What
were you saying, that?
Non-existent listener. And they were saying one of their excuses was this was the only photo that was available, or one of the few photos that was available of him. Well, you could fuck things up with a little contrast, take the color saturation out of it.
Oh, no.
Something. But they went to the effort of making him look like a Jonas brother.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a lot of things they could have done. The guy will also be in Time magazine.
Oh, yeah?
Let's say hi to Pooner.
What's up, guys?
Pooner.
Hey, yeah, think about it. Eventually, he's going to wind up. If not him, it's going to be a toss-up between him and Zimmerman, right?
For what, Man of the Year?
Yeah, they put...
Man of the Year. They've put some crazy people on that cover.
Yeah.
Could you find the Man of the Year covers, Sam, real fast?
Hitler.
There you go.
And
was Hitler Man of the Year officially
Osama
in Time
bin
magazine?
Laden.
Osama bin Laden, maybe. Okay.
I'm grabbing gears, guys. Appreciate you putting me on 9.
Oh,
all right, brother.
Gears.
All right, man.
Well, I wonder if he'll get his name in the National Geographic. There it is.
The difference with putting him on Time,
Travis.
though.
Hi, Travis.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay, how are you?
Good.
I enjoyed our Pearl Jam discussion yesterday.
Oh.
You did?
Yeah, of course I did.
People didn't.
Well, you know what? Those people...
Because they say we do that one a lot.
I don't think so. I don't think enough.
All right, good.
Boy.
Yeah, I mean...
by the way, Coke Logic was really mad. Not mad.
I know.
I shouldn't.
I was texting back and forth.
Oh, he wrote you too? He's like, hey, just want to let you know Pearl Jam never covered Behind Blue Eyes, but Eddie Vedder did. Here's the file.
Oh, Jesus.
We're file sharing.
I just want to let you know before I send the file to Opie.
I kind of knew, to be honest with you. I kind of knew.
And does it really matter if it's Pearl Jam or Eddie Vedder doing the cover?
No.
Hey, can we play that into break?
Let me see if I can find it.
Please.
Maybe Coke Logic will send me the file.
Because I love Behind Blue Eyes. And it makes sense because we were talking about it yesterday. Fuck it.
Yeah, and then we could talk about Pearl Jam
All right.
again.
What do you got, Travis?
I was just going to say that it's different to put him on the cover of Time magazine, which is a news magazine, than to put it on the cover of a magazine that's clearly geared towards teenagers and 20-somethings.
Right. Yeah. It's a music entertainment.
Like the last time we were talking about a Rolling Stone
but...
cover was what, Britney Spears?
Yeah.
God, I don't even know.
No.
And they do cover political issues in Rolling Stone.
but it's not on the cover.
It's the way they present it. It's the picture, and the way it's done is you cannot distinguish that picture from any of the rock star pictures they've.
I would love to look that good. Let's be honest with each other.
Right?
Holy fuck, I would love that. Even if they said really shitty things about us.
Exactly.
I would love that.
Oh.
Right?
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
Come on.
If we look like rock stars and we're on the cover of Rolling Stone, but the title says the biggest douchebags in New York, I would be excited. I would send a copy to every family member.
Exactly. Goddamn. Well.
Yeah, the world is crazy. We all know that.
We're in bizarro world, definitely.
Hey, Travis, while you're still on the mic there.
I'll be here for the next 2 days.
Oh, E-Rock's missing in action.
Where's E-Rock?
Mysteriously absent.
I wish we knew.
Oh.
He had
for
to
the
take
foreseeable
a couple days.
future?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know for sure.
He had to take a couple days, and then he was asked if he'd be back Monday, and he said, I'm not really sure.
We asked him in the meeting if he was going to be available for Montreal, and he's like, I hope so.
Yeah, he's so mysterious.
What is he doing?
And he also wouldn't tell anybody where he was going.
He's very shady. He's just,
what's with him?
I don't know.
Probably another cruise, right?
I don't know, but then
he's probably just got some family stuff he's taking care of that's like not that big a deal.
And then when he finally tells you, you're like, really? All the mystery over that?
Exactly.
But this might be a real thing. That's the problem. And if it is a real thing, then we're like, all right, but all the other times it wasn't a real thing when you were mysterious. He's one of those guys.
He is one of those guys. Could be two of those guys. Because he's big.
Yeah. Even if it is a real thing, you just say what it is privately and say, oh, yeah, I got some shit I have to deal with. My whatever has whatever. I got to do that. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he seem upset when you were asking him?
He seemed vague and mysterious.
Maybe he just wants to sit down and hammer out that script.
Maybe.
Without any distractions.
Yeah.
Flew off to Hollywood?
The movie.
Maybe he's trying to sell it. Maybe it's done.
He's got his treatment, and he's out there pounding the pavement.
All right.
Yeah.
Could be.
Literally pounding the pavement. He's out there cracking the pavement.
Making potholes. Making potholes just walking to lunch.
He'll have a spot on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, even if he has to just make it himself.
Look, if Sharknado can't get me and Ann in the sequel that's going to be based in New York City, at least get E-Rock as one of the sharks.
Whale-nado. Poor E-Rock.
Got an update on the kid that ran on the field at the All Star game.
Oh, yeah.
The article is titled "Tweedly Dumb Son."
He fucked up, and he looks like a dumb kid.
I love this kid. Mom and dad in shock over All-Star stunt. He's another guy. He's playing his part. They got a picture of him leaving court.
Yeah,
and his head is down like he has regrets, but he doesn't have any regrets.
No, he loves.
He fucking loves
that. He got all that attention,
and his mom's smirking like, Jesus Christ.
Is his mom hot? I haven't.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, her shelf life probably just ended.
Yeah, okay.
But you
can still take it home if you eat it quick enough.
You could still get a couple shots out of it. Dad obviously doesn't follow his son's tweets. Mom and dad in shock over All-Star stunt. The All-Star airhead who stormed Citi Field on a Twitter dare, his father had no idea about the stunt until he looked up and saw his son, whom he sent to the concession stands, trying to run the bases.
Oh, man. What a dummy.
So he tells his son to go get some hot dogs or whatever. And then the father, assuming that his son is at the concession stands, he looks up to see his son on the field trying to run the bases. I love it.
Field's right there. I could just jump out there and run around.
What he didn't know was that Dylan had told followers that he would run on the field during Tuesday night's All-Star game if he got 1,000 retweets. I gave him $20, the father said, to get some food. Who's a supermarket manager, by the way. 10 minutes later, I saw him running across the field. Then I said to my brother, "That's Dylan." Then I thought, my wife is going to kill me.
That mother is brutal, because that's what the kid was upset about.
Everyone's worried about the mom.
Worried about the mom.
Indeed, the teen's mom, Chris, who had been tipped off to the tweets, texted her son, warning him not to do it.
Oh, boy.
At first, I thought it was funny that he'd be doing this. Then I texted him and told him not to do it because he could get arrested, said the worried mother, who turned into the game at the fit. What? Oh.
Tuned in.
Yeah, I guess. All right. Who tuned into the game at the family's Long Island home.
Long Island, of course.
I was at home watching the game when they announced a fan on the field. They did not show my son. He was released on his own reconnaissance. I'm just trying to get through this. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he's crazy. What can I say? Johnson tweeted yesterday. Time is going so slow. I just want to see my animal of a boyfriend. What?
What?
Wait. Huh? Among the followers who egged him on was his girlfriend, Haley Johnson, who kept the masses entertained while her social media stunt stooge stewed in the slammer.
They have to get those long, drawn-out bylines.
Okay, and then she wrote or tweeted, "Yeah, he's crazy. What can I say? Time is going so slow. I just want to see my animal of a boyfriend." Oh, okay. Before the prank, Johnson tweeted that she would marry this kid if he ran on the field. A couple of innings later, she tweeted, "Me and him are officially over."
What?
She insists she was joking.
Oh, boy.
So, I just love that story. I think it's great.
I like the picture. Really sums it up too. A very young, dopey teen,
right?
With his mommy. His mommy taking him home,
leaving court,
bailing him out.
Let's say hi to Tracy in Boston. Tracy.
Hi.
Hey.
The only reason why he's on the cover is because of his looks. If he was this pimply fat kid, they never would have put him on the cover. And let's say the Newtown shooter was a good-looking guy, they would have put him on the cover.
They know that the girls have been swooning over this animal.
Yeah,
so
I
they put him on the cover. Yeah.
I went down to the courthouse when they brought him down, and they had these vapid 12-year-old girls saying, he's innocent, he's innocent.
He's innocent.
Jesus.
Oh, boy.
Unbelievable.
Had Janet written a piece that did like a juxtaposition between Sean Collier, both of them are kind of the same age. Both of them started out good, supposedly, and then one went one way, one went the other way. It might have been...
She's talking about the Glee kid.
Yeah.
Who's not a kid anymore. Wasn't he pushing like 30 years old or something?
30.
Yeah.
But,
him doing heroin.
We'll get to you, Needy. Jesus Christ. What are you doing?
What?
We'll get to you.
That's why I was just standing there with high like that.
It's high. We're doing a show.
So am I supposed to... Don't act like all of a sudden you're doing...
Sam.
What?
Did you see what I saw?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Well,
obviously, we're in the middle of something.
Stretching, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was stretching.
A minute ago, he was saying hi.
I was saying hi as I
Were
was
you saying hi or stretching? What was it?
Look, my sciatica. I'm in so much fucking pain.
Yeah?
We'll talk about that later.
Oh,
but I didn't mean to
God.
interrupt. I knew you would get to me. I thought you looked like, what are you doing out there? Come on in. That's what I thought it looked like.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Everything. His body language said, "Hello, I'm here."
Oh, now you're a body language reader. I just said,
Sam.
What? Okay, maybe I don't want to get off on the wrong note, on the wrong foot.
No, it's all good.
No,
I don't care in the end, but...
You actually called it yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
What did he say? You talked about me yesterday?
Said no matter what time you tell Rich to show up, he'll show up early and then stand in front of the glass and stare in.
And stare in and stretch.
Until we call him in.
No, let
It
me
was
explain.
exactly what had just happened.
Thank you.
What happened
and I
is-
don't care. Trust me. I don't
Okay,
care.
I know you guys, listen, you don't
You're
care.
not going to win this one.
No, I know, but you don't care about anything, so that's why I know you don't care about this.
That's our motto. We don't care, and it shows.
But I try to beat traffic. That's why I get here.
I get the whole thing.
You get it?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm listening.
No,
I'm
sit down. It doesn't matter that much. I'm just saying.
Yeah, now take a seat.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, what are you looking at? Real tattoos?
He's just showing off his tattoo. That's why I did the whole, like...
Wait, you got another tattoo?
Well, I had this one.
No, that was from the show,
Yeah, but
right?
They just did it over.
Again, they did it over?
Not them, my new guy. In
Wait,
Flemington.
the tattoo... Wait, all right. You went on Worst Tattoo, or whatever the fuck the
Yeah.
show was, that they're showing over and over again.
Yeah. But this guy brought it to another level.
Yeah, I know, but I thought we saw that one already.
Yeah, but it didn't come out the way I liked it.
So he touched it up again.
Yesterday, and then he did.
Okay. And then he got a new one? What's wrong with you?
Immortal Ink in Flemington. This is a pinup girl with a golf club. You know that's pretty fucking hot.
Oh, my God.
Immortal Ink in Flemington. The guy fucking
Look at
Josh
it.
is a magic guy. What, you don't like?
I don't. No, believe me, my brother's got fucking shitload of tats too. I'm just not a tat guy.
Did you notice that when you were showering with him when you were a kid?
No, Rich, he didn't have him at that young age.
Oh, you didn't have him then?
That's a big piece, though.
What, this one?
Man, you guys that get the big pieces, you're fucking brave. I can't even imagine putting a big tattoo on my body.
And it's inside of the forearm.
This one came out really good. Both of them. This guy fucking is like a magic
Yeah, but why is it look like that tattoo is slipping down your shoulder? Shouldn't it have been higher?
I'm going to do more higher.
Right?
Yeah, no, it's going to go up higher. It's going to go up. Hold
boy.
on. What's that?
That's Joe DeRosa's.
That's Joe DeRosa. Oh, the
Now,
new one?
what did he have done to that? That was.
Wait, you weren't here.
No.
Dude, we killed him for an hour. Hold on, there's too much going on. Hold on. I got. Hold on.
God, I'm sorry.
Is Tracy gone? All right, she's gone. Which is all right. We're talking about the Rolling Stone cover as well. We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
You weren't, dude. He got fucking beat up.
We killed him at the cellar.
But it's the famous George Carlin quote that basically Carlin said to everybody. Even
What?
E-Rock has a signed picture where George Carlin wrote the same thing.
No way.
Oh, you missed it all. Is it going to be on the countdown this weekend?
I'm going to have to listen to the countdown.
What did you say? Kick them.
Keep kicking them in the nuts.
See,
and Joe thought it was like, oh my God, he's talking to me personally, so I have to put. You know all this.
I know that.
Okay.
Then the other thing.
Hold on, and then what made it hilarious? E-Rock
had it.
He texted me a picture that he had George Carlin sign, and it's a George Carlin headshot, and he wrote, "Kick him in the nuts." The only part he didn't say was keep kicking him in the nuts. He just wrote kick him in the nuts, George Carlin.
The other thing was, we had always thought that like Carlin had said that to him face to face. Joe called into his friend's college radio show that George Carlin was on, and Carlin told him keep kicking him in the nuts over the phone
through the radio
show.
I wish Carlin would have said to him, kill yourself. So the tattoo would be KY.
So it gets better. So Joe DeRosa, for the people that don't know, keep kicking them in the nuts. So he abbreviated it. So his tattoo was KKTITN. And then what drives Jim Norton crazy, the period at the end. Well, he actually tattooed a period on. So Joe says that he did this horrendous cover-up job, as we're all looking at now. It's on Not Sam's, your Instagram?
or Twitter.
Why did he do that? Because it just had the initials before this box is around it.
He says
that fucking box looks horrible.
He says that when he was walking around, he would get some looks from black guys, and he was thinking that the black guys might think it's a KKK tattoo because it's 1K away from KKK, obviously.
Well, so
that freaked him
out.
Huh?
Yeah, but what are all the other letters? Aren't the black guys going to put that together?
No, but he thought that it looked too much
Write
like
it in cursive. Apparently,
like
they're
KKK.
impervious to being read.
Like a white supremacist type tattoo. So he went in and got that ridiculous cover-up.
That's not a box, though, Vos.
What do you think that is?
Yeah, I see something.
Oh, hold on. Before we go into that stage of what we talked about, then this hot piece of ass comes in, some Latino broad that does like a sports blog for an LA station, but obviously she's here interviewing or something. We saw her walking, so we bring her in while we're talking about the bad tattoo. So we go, all right, no one say anything. We asked this hot broad, what does the tattoo look like? She goes, kitty. Which we've all said.
Yes.
We've all said, why would you have kitten fucking tattooed on your arm? Because if you look at it quickly, it looks like kitten. She goes, it looks like kitty. It was a huge laugh.
Oh, my God.
So anyway, he does that cover-up. What is it supposed to be, Rich Vos?
That looks like a cigarette.
Everyone says it looks like a cigarette.
I mean, it looks.
Do you
like,
know what it is? Did you?
No, I don't know, but I'm going to assume I know what it is.
Really?
I think I do.
Are you?
What's that?
Just because I kind of know what he was probably going for, being a comic.
A lot of people online are saying electric razor.
Yeah.
Why does that?
I'm going to say microphone.
No, it doesn't even. Are you kidding me?
It doesn't look
what
like
kind
one.
of microphone?
But
A microphone flashlight?
It just for the fact that there's the windscreen thing. But was it supposed to be a microphone?
It was. Then he would have a cord coming.
Dude, yeah. That's not a microphone.
It is a microphone.
It is a microphone.
What clubs does he work? That's the worst fucking microphone. My kid has a better microphone. But
he needs that taken care. He needs to go to somebody that can completely cover that and just fucking get rid of it.
And he showed on the after show after you left. He showed a photo of what the artist had originally intended to do, which was take the initials and just add some like yellow designs and stuff under it, and it actually looked good. And Joe said, no, that's too much, that's too much. This was Joe's idea.
Okay, if he went, listen, I'm not plugging this guy at Immortal Inc., this guy Josh, but even if you don't like tattoos, this is a good fucking piece.
I see that it's a good piece. I would never have that on my arm.
Okay. Now,
what does Bobby think of your big tattoos? Of course she
loves this new one. How he fixed it up? Because when the girl did the other one, it just kind of looked like a big blob. But now, it
looks good.
Now it looks.
As far as tattoos go, you got some good pieces.
But the thing she doesn't like about this is a pinup girl with a golf club. For people that don't know,
is it an actual pinup girl?
Yeah, you just like a pinup girl, like the style from old school.
Right.
Which I like old school stuff. And she said, well, why would you put a girl on your arm? I'm going, well, she's really a fictitious girl. If you had a sailor that wasn't a real sailor, I don't think I'd give a fuck. And she goes, you're married. Why would you put another girl on your arm? And the bottom line is, so, when I'm fucking her, I can look at this girl to stay hard.
Jesus
No, but it's not. It's nothing. It's just like a...
Girls get bothered by that?
Mine
when a
does.
guy gets
Body
a girl tattoo on?
Because I wanted to
I never
get
knew that.
the other arm, I had the other girl swinging the club.
Right.
A nice one.
I could see if the girl tattoo was maybe a portrait, your wife or girlfriend would be like, what the fuck? But it's like, it's cartoony.
It's a pinup girl. Like,
look.
The style's cartoony, though.
I would love to talk to Rich about his tats.
What happened?
But I can't get over this fucking Joe
He thinks
DeRosa.
it's
I'm
great.
looking at the picture. Was there a period after every letter?
No, just after N.
Wait, you've seen this tattoo?
I know. I can't remember, though.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know.
Why a period
He wanted to because the period after the N goes to say keep kicking them in the nuts is a sentence.
Yeah.
So then the period. He thought that adding this box that he calls a microphone around it would soften it so people wouldn't think he's racist anymore.
Well, here's the thing.
If I didn't know any better, I would think he's in a black fraternity. Because those guys brand, it looks like a branding.
Well, I think I'm kind of glad that Carrot Top's not his favorite act, because then he'd have all these little props all over his arm, like teddy bears and shit. Okay, so they're not all great, but what I'm saying, and I'm not going to trick, because he likes my tattoo. I'm a big fan of Joe, but he's out of his fucking mind.
I love Joe. He's
Let
hilarious.
me tell you what he did with you. You had a party or a barbecue around 4th of July. Yeah. I wanted to call you so bad. I forgot to do this. He calls me and says, look, I'm going to Ant's house and I'm going to bring a friend. What do you think? Do you think Ant would care? I go, Ant wouldn't fucking care if you brought a militia group.
True.
Okay?
I'd like
not one guy, you're not going to care.
No.
Okay, and he was like, I go, look, just bring a fucking bottle or some food and whatever. It's like a party. Just bring some. But I wanted to call you and I forgot to do it. Like when Joe got there, like a half an hour later, for you to pull him to the side and say, look, you're going to have to get this guy out of here.
Yeah, what are you doing? That would have been good. He would have freaked out. Yeah, Joe would have freaked out at that.
He's one of my favorite people, but, that whole tattoo can be covered perfectly.
It's got to be covered. It's got to be covered. I'm sorry, and I'm not getting on Joe about people make mistakes in life. Holy shit,
it's horrible.
He fucked up real bad.
That does he have?
Well, he thought it was
selling
awesome.
it. Was he sitting here going, dude, check it out?
I think he's going crazy. He has a new tattoo that's equally as bad.
What, Team Zimmerman?
We think it's a Ghostbuster thing.
Oh, he had that.
He had the red one.
He had that done.
Now it's black.
Now it's black,
and it's horrible.
I think it's the Ghostbusters.
They look like they were done with a pin and ink, like in prison.
Well, the one I wanted to get, Bonnie yelled at me. I might have brought this up on the air last time I was here. I wanted to get a microphone, a real mic, with a cord, strangling a girl in the front row, saying, "It's not about you, bitch." Right? But Bonnie goes, "Is that what you want your audience to see? How you feel about
you really wanted
them?"
this tattoo?
Yeah, I wanted it so bad. Just a fucking.
That's a hilarious line, but to even think you would actually do that is even better.
An angry Mike, just the cord strangling something.
That's funny.
That's good.
And she's like,
but they wouldn't see that,
huh?
They wouldn't see it.
I'll do it. See, I'm getting these tattoos for. I'm doing a show. I'm trading a show for this guy. He's having like some outdoor hot rod. You love this shit. So he's having a big hot rod show. Bikers, hot rods. So I'm going to host
the hot rod guy. I'm driving fast, but
I'm going to host the event. Yeah. It's a Sunday afternoon, and we're trading for tattoos. It's called barter. That's what the whole country's coming down to, is barter. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
The value of the dollar is dropping, the value of gold, everything's dropping, so it's going to barter.
Bill Devane tells me I should buy gold.
That's right.
His father told him to buy land, and he did very well for himself.
Yep.
Who's he?
Oh, boy.
Who's he?
You really need to know who he is.
Bill Devane?
Yeah. By the way, for the people out there that it's not the Glee guy. I just threw that out there. I don't know who Sean Collier is or whatever the fuck. Who is he?
Collier.
Who is he?
I don't know.
People are obsessed. They're like, that's not the Glee guy. Yeah, I know that. I just threw that out there. I had no idea. I don't know the name of the Glee guy who overdosed, and I don't know who Sean Collier is.
He's a hockey player.
Well, the Glee guy that overdosed.
So why was he mentioned in Tracy's phone call?
I guess he came up around the same time as the Boston Bomber. I don't know.
Exactly. So I said,
20.
yeah, that's the Glee guy. It was a throwaway, stupid thing I said.
Do you want to get DeRosa on the phone and I'll talk him and I'll get him a cover up?
We already tried.
We tried.
What did he say?
We said you got to change tattoo artists. Because then Troy Kwan came in here. Once again, not a big tattoo guy, but his shit looks really
He's got
good.
good tattoos.
He's got good pieces.
And a nice body, yeah.
That looks like one of those futuristic barcodes that they put on you.
We said that too.
Did you? Yeah.
I said I seen better work carved into a tree.
That's so fucking funny. I don't want to say it. There's certain people going, really? Even this is better. And it was against my will. I don't want to. I'll tell you off air.
I'm so what is he doing?
Okay.
What's wrong with your
I don't know what
head?
that was.
While he's writing, Sean Coley, it was she was talking about the MIT police officer.
Oh, and and you know what? Now I owe all of Boston an apology. I should know that guy's name. Yeah, that was a horrific fucking thing.
That goes to your
I didn't
point
know him
about
by
the media.
name. I apologize. So
that goes to your point about the media, that we all know the killer's name and not the cop's name.
I so apologize now because I threw the Glee thing in there because I didn't know him. Yeah. I said, "Oh, that's the Glee kid." That was a horrible timing on my part. Everyone should know that guy's name, of course.
Yeah.
And he should have been on the fucking cover of Rolling Stone.
Right.
Oh, you're against this too. Everybody's against
this. You can't really be against it.
Why? It's
freedom of the press, freedom of speech.
Yeah, but
I think Rolling Stone, it's a dick move. And, well, we just did the whole thing. But basically, they're using the wrong picture, too. They're making him look like a fucking rock star.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Like a Jim Morrison or like he's the lead singer of one of these young, hip fucking bands out there.
Yeah, okay, but freedom of the
do
press.
the story, put it on the cover if you have to. But you could have picked so many different other pictures where people would have been sort of okay with it.
Okay, I just heard this on Imus, so it's not me. But okay, so it's not me. It was one of them
listening
saying
to Imus
this.
on the way in instead of us.
What's that?
You son
I
of a
don't have
bitch.
it in my car. I don't have you guys.
Oh man.
Maybe if
we have to barter.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a time when these guys, they came in on a regular basis. Rich is obviously one of them. They would just give you free fucking
advertisements.
No, free subscriptions.
Well,
that went away too.
Someone, I think Bernie or one of them said on Imus, you wouldn't put George Zimmerman on the cover of Rolling Stone, you know, and then the fucking liberal guy, what's his name, Alan Combs, is sticking. I mean, no matter what.
But you're right. They would never put Zimmerman on the cover like that.
Because he's not a sex symbol.
No, but even
Rolling Stone feels like this kid in a weird way is a sex symbol.
They wouldn't put Zimmerman on the cover unless it was in context. They'd put him on the cover, a picture of him sitting in the chair as a defendant. They'd put him at maybe the mugshot, just anything but him just like standing there. They wouldn't get a picture from his wife.
Right.
Hey, where's a real nice picture of George
We need a sexy
standing
picture.
against the wall or something and use that picture. They wouldn't do it.
Right.
Even though he wasn't convicted of any crime, they still wouldn't do it. This guy wasn't convicted either, but come on.
Right.
But still, it's just because they know that there's a lot of little teeny bopper girls that are dying over this kid.
That's not the reason. They put it on there to get everybody in radio and TV to talk about it.
Yeah, too.
And we're acknowledging that, but the mainstream news, they make believe they're outraged too. Like, look what Rolling Stone did as they show the cover.
Those fucking idiots have been plastering this guy for, day
since it
one,
happened.
Right. It's and bottom line is all this happens and all this bullshit, but really still nobody knows who won the marathon.
What kind of microphone is that?
No,
it's a square.
No, I'm saying
that was in poor
box.
taste.
No, it's not in poor taste. I'm saying
that was in poor taste.
Was it in poor taste?
Yeah, you were hoping for a laugh there.
No, not at all. I'm just saying. I'm trying to be.
It was some Kenyan, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or an Ethiopian kid.
I'm totally. I totally. What's the word? I was felt bummed and horrible. Yeah, I'm bummed. Bummed isn't really the word. Bummed.
I said dumb.
Said dumb.
I think you said dumb.
And I'm totally. He goes dumb.
My heart went out. There's certain things you hear on the news, whether it be that or up in Connecticut, or even just one kid. A parents left their baby in a car that fucking died. So there's certain things that hit you hard. You know what I mean? I don't know why. That hit me fucking hard. When Liam Nelson's wife died, what was her name? Skiing. I got good stuff.
Liam Nelson's wife.
She was skiing.
Oh, Liam Nelson. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
From Taken.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Liam,
probably not his real name, but
no,
it's close.
It is his real name. I just forgot about him. Liam
what was
Nelson's
his wife's
wife,
name?
She died of some kind of brain aneurysm.
She
or
hit a
something,
tree.
Right? Oh, hit a tree, and then it turned into a fucking.
And I was so fucking upset, and I never met the lady.
Why?
So, huh?
Why were you upset?
Because it was just someone shouldn't die like that.
What's your favorite Liam Nelson movie? He's been in a lot of them.
I liked the first Taken. I kind of liked The Wolves, even though it just wolves attacking people, which kind of I liked. You know what I'm talking about?
The Gray?
The Gray.
Oh, that movie stunk.
It did stink, but I liked
the
it.
Wolves. It's like a child is in here.
But there's some weird intelligence that is interwoven in this nonsense.
The Wolves.
So so your heart does go out. Yeah, of course.
To Liam Nelson losing his wife,
Mrs. Nelson.
Yeah.
Mrs. Nelson,
and
right.
these and kids are crippled up in Boston over some fucking bullshit, some Arab bullshit. You know.
Yeah, that's why he shouldn't be on the cover. I mean, really.
No. We have to take a break.
Wait, but one more thing. You guys have 8 TVs in here going, and
took you a while.
And not one on the British Open.
I know, and every year we do that. So is Mars working today? I do want the British Open.
I think I saw him.
I kind of got it up on my computer though, Vos. Tiger Woods tees off at 9:45 this morning. I think is his tee time.
No, I want to.
Who do you want? Who you gunning for?
Zach Johnson's leading. Zach Johnson is -5 already after.
You
11,
tell Ty Webb I'm
holes.
gunning for him.
I want somebody. I want a schlub to win. I want like a Charlie Hoffman or just some
Charlie Hoffman.
No, I'm saying like a schlub, just some douche that hasn't won anything.
What about the kid that won last week?
Great, 19 years old.
19 years old, the youngest.
Arnold Palmer
PGA
should tell him
ever,
keep kicking him in the nuts, and then he should get a tat, and then he should hit himself over the head with a golf club.
I wish you were here. It was an hour. We killed him.
It's just brutal.
And we try not to kill Joe, but
I love Joe.
It was fun. Though,
I love Joe. I love hanging out with Joe. He's one of the most fun people to go out and drink with.
I love when he does our show.
But that fucking tat is an abomination.
And he's just making it worse.
Yes.
It was bad, and now I think it's even worse.
Now it's worse.
I think so.
Why the block lettering? Like, if you even wanted to do that, why not get some fancy, some type of lettering that makes it look...
That's what Troy said. Maybe make it into a banner. Like, there's so much you could do with it.
That was like stamped. Like fucking no frills corn.
I'll tell you, the guy at Immortal Inc. would never do that to him.
Ah, the guy.
Josh,
you son of a bitch.
He would never do that.
I saw what you did.
No, because this guy,
he's going to run over to that tattoo. You hear? I plugged you today.
No one listens to you guys. I'm saying.
I plugged you. How about my tramp stamp?
Oh, fuck. Rich, I'm going to give you a compliment. So I'm on Twitter yesterday.
Oh, shit.
You got a big fan out there, and the guy was panicking. He's like, Rich is playing Levity Live, and I want it to, turn out well for him. I want a big turnout for Rich Vos. I don't know the guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't worry. Actually, he's coming in to promote. No, I looked up all that.
The club owner.
I was suspicious.
It's my other account.
I was suspicious. I was like, all right, is it the club owner? Does this guy work there? But it seems like he's just a fan. I go, don't worry. He's coming in to promote. So you're Levity Live all weekend?
Yeah,
which
Friday,
is a great club.
Saturday, Sunday. Have you been up? I haven't been up there.
You've never been?
No, I was there when it was the other club.
I know you like to eat well like myself, but try the chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
When did you go up there? Who was working?
I've seen Robert Kelly up there. I've seen Jim Brewer up there. And someone else.
Oh, Robert Kelly. That's why you ate the cookies.
Yeah, they were all over the fucking place. Him and Dan Soder. They were great.
I've never really watched Dan.
Dan Soder's fucking funny, man.
Is he getting funny? He's getting a lot of heat.
What do you mean getting?
Well, I mean,
you never thought he was funny?
No. But he's grown. When I knew him, he was a new comic, kind of. So
he's going to be one of the guys we're talking about in a few years.
Yeah. No, he's getting a lot of heat.
He's fucking funny, man. And Kelly killed, obviously.
I've never seen Bobby not do well with that dog and pony show. I've never seen. And
Bobby kills,
not does well.
He kills every time I see him.
He does like a Brewer kill.
Bob,
there was a time. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck anymore.
No,
he. Sorry, Ant.
I'm kidding.
Did I?
No, I'm just saying. Oh no, what are you going to say?
No, it's not even that bad. He opened up for Dane Cook because I think it might mess up Dane using him. He was better than Dane Cook. I saw him in a smaller venue this one year. It goes back a few years, and the people I was with, and Dane, I'm not taking anything away from Dane Cook. I'm not one of those fucking haters. I like Dane Cook, and I like his comedy. But Bob Kelly that night was definitely better than Dane Cook.
Listen, I don't want to. I'll follow pretty much anybody. I don't want to go on after Bobby.
Yeah,
really.
No, because they're not going to listen to intelligent humor after that shit.
Bobby can absolutely make it look like he's going off book.
It's effortless.
Like, he looks like he's telling his shit, he's doing his act, and then it looks like he's going off book when he's talking about something else, and he does a little bit of crowd work in there to really make it look like it looks like he's ad-libbing the fucking thing.
Well, I wonder who was doing that 20 fucking years ago.
Oh, my
You
God,
motherfuckers.
Rich.
Open the door. He's one of my
favorite. How great you are after the break. Don't worry about it.
He is one of my favorite people on the planet. All the fucked up people.
He is a planet.
He's one of my favorite people
Bobby.
on himself. Him, DeRosa, Colin. You can't get better fucking people to know. They're just
DeRosa is really fucking funny, too.
We went to Grown Ups to the premiere.
Oh, you did?
And we were hanging out with Colin after it.
Oh, that's right. Colin said you were there, yeah.
Yeah. And he's just a fun guy that can take anything thrown his way.
I was with you.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, it was a
the
great
movie.
time. Yeah, we had a good time. We went there, and then we went to the party. It was a lot of fun.
How bad is the movie?
Oh, I'm not a critic. I don't know.
He's not a critic.
Here's how I look at the movie.
Yeah?
It'll do well.
It did 40 million the first weekend. You know, for the audience it's targeting, they're going to love it. You know what I mean?
I was happy we were able to get David Spade in. He was great on the show.
Huh?
I forgot to bring you up. I wanted to so badly. You tell...
a couple other radio guys have brought it up. He goes, oh, yeah, I was held hostage.
Oh, he does talk about it.
Well, Cowhead I talked about it on Cowhead. And then
so
Cowhead
basically the
after.
story goes that when David Spade was coming up, before we knew him as David Spade...
He was a new comic.
He was a new comic, and you were...
From Arizona.
And he came into New York to do some shows?
What happened, I was hanging with a guy, Frankie, who was a heroin addict, and I was a crack addict. Frankie Garcia was a major heroin addict, and I was a major crack addict. No, he's dead. And when he died the day after his dad died. So they didn't want to have another funeral, so they cremated him and just threw him in his dad's coffin.
Wow.
Right.
True.
Like, yeah, the sister said, we can't deal with this, and they put him in the same coffin.
We can't deal with this enough.
Enough.
Fucking plant them both.
So Frankie's a major heroin addict, and I'm a crack. And we're doing a one-nighter, and this kid from Arizona comes up. He's new, a prop act, and I'm horrible.
He was a prop act?
Yeah, he started off, he was doing props.
Wow.
He was horrible. I was horrible. And Frankie was a good comic, and we were driving him back to New York, and we got to make a couple stops.
Oh, no.
And we drove him up to Spanish Harlem. Little white kid from Arizona. We drove him up to Spanish Harlem. I said, look, I got to go see my sister. She lives here. Yeah, she's not doing well. And, there's fucking guys in the streets with knives and shit. And I run up, I get some crack. And he's like, can you fucking take me back to you drop him off at the Improv. And then Frankie... we got one more stop, and we went to the Lower East Side for Frankie to get heroin. So Frankie's getting heroin, and now we're driving around as Frankie's in the back seat shooting up.
With David Spade?
He wasn't David Spade. He was a new fucking open micer.
Was he horrified?
Man.
I wish I asked him about this.
He was from fucking Arizona.
Does he remember this?
Yeah, he said, because when Cowhead brought it up, he said, yeah, those fucking guys took me hostage while they went to get drugs or something. But, I mean...
He shot up in the car?
Frankie was shooting up. It was hard. He was in the back seat. That's why he had the luxury of shooting up. I was driving, so I couldn't smoke at the time. Don't get me wrong, there was times I drove and smoked at the same time.
I wouldn't doubt it,
and cooked as I was driving, but... in New York, the roads are too bumpy to do that.
Right, yeah.
But
can't cook your shit up on the bumpy roads of New York.
I was pulling. I was on 167th Street, and we just copped some crack, some coke, and I'm pulling up the street, and I see at the end of the fucking block, there's cops there pulling everybody over, and I go pull over.
Uh-oh.
So we get up to him. I go, I'm fucked, and he goes, pull over. And I went to pull, and I turned right and took off, and he took his billy club and smashed my taillights as I fucking drove away.
He showed you.
Yeah. Well, I said, I'm getting the fuck out, and I just took off.
Wow.
Did I ever tell you the time I tried to rip the dude off and he punched me in the face? Did I ever tell you that story?
Probably.
I think I did.
Dummies trying to fucking.
Did you ever try heroin?
Just a couple times. I
With
didn't
the
like
needle?
it.
Oh,
yeah,
that's it.
Twice, 2 or 3 times.
They're saying heroin's making a huge comeback.
It is?
That's what they were saying yesterday on one of the news shows.
It's been around for a while, though.
But they're saying it's making a comeback.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. Doesn't seem like it ever went away.
I think, the whole thing, they're all fucked up, but, you see meth in the news, so meth, because it's in the white neighborhoods. That's why meth got so fucking famous, this crystal meth, but it was in the fucking white neighborhoods. If that was up in the projects, you wouldn't hear all these meth stories. And
no.
It wouldn't be glorified the way it is. Crack is really up in the black neighborhoods, so it was never as glorified as meth is.
Well, it was in New Jack City.
Well, meth has been around forever. It was a biker drug. Crystal. Crank was bikers.
Remember that shit from the 80s?
Yeah, fucking crank. You used to snort it because you didn't have enough money for coke, and it would burn your fucking nose.
Burn. Yeah, it was like glue.
Yeah,
it was like rubber cement kind of. It didn't cut like coke.
You tried meth?
Goopy.
Yeah.
I snorted a little crank back in the day.
A little crank.
But is that what they cook now?
I have no idea what
Neither
they
do
do
I.
these days. I have no fucking idea.
All I know is you'd stay up for a day or 2 days, and you're fucking just
it was crazy,
wired and horrible.
Yeah,
sounds awful.
I never had a lot of it. I never bought it. I never had it. My brother's friend or something would come over and have someone be like, "Oh, what is that?" And the burn.
That's funny when people that did drugs. I never bought it.
I
didn't lure her. I didn't lure her into the car.
I never bought drugs.
You were in a band. You got them free.
Yeah, that's usually what happened. Or my house was like a party.
Yeah, it made it seem different if you didn't buy them. Like you weren't addicted or something.
Yeah.
It was always around when I went to college.
If you had coke and you couldn't get pussy.
We never really copped it. It was always just like...
It was around. It was just there.
I guess we
driving into the fucking city to
I guess we technically bought it. Maybe we throw a few bucks in.
I don't know. We just...
whatever.
I don't want to get into my drug stories,
Yeah, man. Levity Live this weekend. We got to take a break, Rich Vos. So, starting tonight, or it's Friday and Saturday?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah, I got to leave here and go work on the set today.
It's a great club. It really is. They do a really good job up there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I got to find out.
And the food is really good. They hired a pretty decent chef to, make the food good.
Well, Chris, who owns Gotham, they own it.
Yeah, I know.
He runs it tight. He runs, you know what I mean? It's a whole nother level.
There's some pride there.
Yeah.
Vinny has that same type of feel where he has pride in what he does. I know it's easy to make fun of the guy.
No, Vinny's my friend, but I know
it's easy to make fun of him, but he runs it, you could tell it's his baby.
Well, yeah, and what I like how he decorates.
I didn't like that he added his name to the fucking sign.
Well, that he hangs.
Vinny Brand's Stress Factory. It used to just be the Stress Factory.
Well, he took the phone down, but he hung up all the shit from garage sales, like bicycles and bird cages. He's like a fucking hoarder, okay?
Does it look like TGI Fridays?
It's just, we went there last night to do open mic. Me and Bonnie, that's our night out. We take the kid, we went to open mic. And plus with all the open mic.
Sounds like a horrible night out, by the way. Because that's what you guys do for a living. Why wouldn't on your night out you go do something different?
We do. We did Monday night. We went to a director's premiere. But we... on the other night, because she wanted to do a set, so we go out, we practice new material, and then we went out for pizza, and then plus you go into the open mic night, me and Bonnie, we're like fucking major celebrities. They're like, they
at an open mic night.
It opens up like the Red Sea when we walk in. Extra parts,
It's all relative.
It really is.
Travis, you got that Eddie Vedder song for the break?
No, I have to have Coke Logic send it.
Oh man, he sent it
another
to
thing.
Another
thing.
Yeah.
No one would even know what those initials meant.
You can't get over it, right?
I can't get over it. Like he's walking around. No one can look at that and go, "Oh, that means keep kicking them in the nut." Like no one will know what that means.
But he knows.
It's
his thing with George Carlin. He knows, Ant. He doesn't care if others know.
Why didn't he just put the monkey claw from Pryor? I mean, that's a pretty fucking great bit.
And no one would look at that and go, wow, that's really nice work. That should let you know right there that you got a really bad tat.
Yeah, that's really horrible.
This fucking work. This dude.
That looks great.
It's unbelievable.
All right. Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to say the
We've
name.
already looked at it 3 times. It's
I'm
terrific.
fucking very impressed.
It's a very nice tattoo.
That's terrific.
You do know we're not chicks, right? It's nice, okay? That's all. What else do you need from us?
Well, I mean,
we're not chicks. You do that with chicks, right? You know what I'm saying? He's going to his beautiful tattoo. Yes, it's nice work. Right.
I mean, Sam's, like I said last time when I was here, Sam's isn't bad. I mean, you know, it looks like a kid's book, but it's not bad. I like it. Jack White.
A kid's book?
Like the writing and the books I read for. You know, we'll get to the next break and we'll move on.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it.
All right, fair enough.
The Opie and Anthony Show will return in a moment. After all, millionaires have been pissed, too. The Opie and Anthony Show continues.
Swap meet Sally, trim stamp cat. Housewife to mom shell in retirement took to get that new tattoo. Tattoo. Show me your dragon.
The Van Halen tune.
Tattoo.
That's fun. This is the new Van Halen song.
And now that David Lee Roth is a friend of ours, we didn't ask him about the new song, did we?
No.
Make you think.
There's a sister walking around here.
A sexy sister
walking around here with a sundress on.
Yeah.
And all her shit be just fucking
jiggling and shit.
Mm-hmm.
How fucking hot are sundresses?
We said it just before we got here.
They're the greatest things ever.
They're like baby doll / sundresses.
They're like because you could fantasize that you could just lift them up.
Yeah.
You know.
Lift them up, or you could just like slide the straps off the shoulders, and they'll just fall to the floor.
Oh, but it'll just.
I used to date this hot chick, Cat. She was so fucking hot.
Yeah.
How hot was she?
She wore sundresses, and you come off like from the pool or something. They're a little sweaty. You got that sweat on you.
You could see through them for the most part.
Slide up and down each other
in the sun. They walk toward the sun, and you kind of look right through the sundress.
I'm sure Bonnie looks good in a sundress.
Yeah, what's
She doesn't look good in the sun.
Oh, God.
No, she does. She's looking really pretty the last couple of days. I go, man, you're looking very pretty.
Is she gussying herself up?
She looked pretty. I felt she looked so good that I fixed her clogged toilet. This bitch got so much shit in her. She clogged 2 toilets at once. I'm like, stop.
Oh, God.
Wait, your wife is clogging the toilets at home?
Yeah, but she's been looking really pretty.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah. What have you done about that?
Huh?
What is going on there? What's in his shirt? It's a little kid walking around.
He has a sword.
He's walking around with his sword.
He's the radio watch here.
Oh my! What goes on around here? Is that a tour?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a book deal.
Nice,
Bonnie, and she's doing good, man. She's fucking.
We love Bonnie.
Do you treat her nicely?
It's all relative. What do you call nice? You know, I fucking
I hear you.
You know, I mean, what the fuck? I pay the bills. I fucking we play a lot of tennis now. Do you and Lindsay play tennis?
What?
Do you guys play tennis?
What?
Why?
Why?
I hate tennis.
Are you kidding me?
I've always hated tennis. And there was a time.
Look at the baby, man. Look at him. Milos.
Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. That's my go-to.
Did you wet yourself?
There was a time I tried all sports.
Milos.
I hated tennis.
Oh,
always hated it.
Great, man.
You like tennis, huh?
Yeah, man. You like
tennis, Ant?
I bet he's not even married like I am. No, I'm not a big tennis fan. No.
I liked paddleball way more than tennis.
In that, you mean outside or in that?
Outside, inside, I don't give a fuck.
Thank you, Jackie.
I would play with myself.
Thanks.
I would play with myself if I had to.
Play with myself.
I didn't care. I liked paddleball.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
What was paddleball?
And then I liked handball until it got a little homoerotic with that asses up shit.
You played asses up?
What's asses up?
Oh, my God.
It's a Long Island thing, I think.
Is it just Long Island?
I don't think that.
We would play.
I'm not sure, but it was big in Long Island.
We would play chinky handball, where it had a bounce.
Chinky handball.
Yeah, it had a bounce before it hit the wall.
Yeah.
But what's asses up?
When you lose, you had to fucking go against the wall.
Position on the wall like you were being frisked by a cop.
And then everyone got a shot.
At your ass.
And then they threw the ball as hard as they could at your ass. And the worst thing that could possibly happen was the ball would bounce, hit the wall, bounce back, and hit you in the nuts.
We did that in Jersey, too.
Did you? Jersey had that,
Oh,
too?
you did asses up in Jersey?
Yep.
Because they play handball in prison a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they play asses up on the handball court.
No, that's the shower stick.
And then back then, you're wearing loosey-goosey shorts because it's summer, so you're not protected. It was just like, what are we doing? How about we just play another game? Why do we have to stop the festivities for the asses up part?
Play asses up. Oh, no.
Because we're already playing for money, so, the game's meant something.
Someone's winning.
They should play asses up with softball, and the losing team.
Oh, with a softball.
Jesus.
With a bat.
Remember, you would make your body as tiny as possible, but the ass was still there for everyone's enjoyment.
Terrible, terrible fucking game.
So stupid.
Oh, Jesus, they all call.
Wow.
We're doing a benefit for Otto.
Yeah, I know. When is that?
Yeah.
The 28th.
How's he doing?
I don't know. I
see
haven't
him
talked.
tweet.
I heard he's doing better, but we're doing a benefit in Jersey. And the guy asked me to mention it.
He had like viral meningitis or something.
That's some fucking.
That should be serious.
That's
How do you
stuff.
get that?
I don't want to
I don't know.
I don't even want to know. Don't even tell
I know.
me.
You get anxiety thinking about it.
I don't even want to know. If it happens, it happens. I just don't want to know it, how it happens.
I don't know. Terrible.
When's the benefit?
July 28th in Parsippany, I think, or in that area. Go to the website.
The guy's counting on you. This is the only reason we're talking about it. He just texted you.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where the fuck it is. Text me where it is. It's in Parsippany. I'll find out where it is on the 28th that morning.
Could you tattoo it to your arm or something for everybody?
What am I, Memento?
Memento.
Memento?
No, it's Memento.
It's Memento.
The gay one.
Yes, that's a breath mint for homosexuals.
Oh, I want to get DeRosa on the phone so bad.
Go ahead, let's go.
That is fucking. I'm beside myself with that tat.
It keeps going to voicemail.
It's so bad. The microphone, just because it's got crisscrossy lines that is supposed to resemble a mic screen, like it doesn't look anything like a microphone.
It looks like a cigarette.
That
a lit
tattoo
cigarette.
is what you get when you get your first tattoo and someone does it with a needle and Indian ink.
Right, yeah.
Even the lettering
Indian
is
ink,
horrible.
by the way. Indian ink.
Yeah, the K's don't match.
They're horrible.
A bacterial meningitis he had.
Oof.
Oh.
All right. I guess that's different.
Yeah, we got to raise some money for Otto.
Yeah, it'll be good.
All right. We'll do that.
Levy, Vos, Bonnie, and whoever else we
Yeah,
got.
I retweeted it a couple times when I think Levy or somebody else tweeted it, but
it fucking amazes me that he.
By the way, can we just
destroyed his arm?
Can we just let the people know we're fully aware of the picture of the locker with the WoW stickers and the noose? We have chosen to not talk about it.
It's whatever. Whatever. I need more honey.
Why?
It's not sweet enough.
All right.
My tea for my throat.
But everyone's like, I can't believe you're, what the hell happened?
Thank you, Jackie.
Jackie, thank
What college
you
you
so
go to?
much.
What?
SUNY
What year?
Brockport.
I'm going to be a junior.
See how fast she came out?
It was terrific.
Fucking great.
What's your college does your boyfriend go to?
He doesn't go to school.
Why not?
He's a landscaper.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
High.
Fucking landscapers getting that?
Huh?
Crazy. It's crazy.
He's probably out in the sun. He's all cut. looks all tan and everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Except for his thighs. He's got the really white thighs, and then from there down is all.
Yeah. You'll see it in the fucking winter when he's begging you for money to go buy dinner because he doesn't have a fucking lawn to cut. All right, and he's too lazy to shovel snow.
Oh, man.
He plows.
He plows. Yeah.
Plows snow.
snow.
In Rochester. No, don't make that.
Snow. We got confused.
In Rochester, it snows a lot, so it works.
Oh, that's where you're from, Rochester?
Boy, does it snow a lot up there.
It's gross.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
So then, and you're just down here interning?
Yep.
Did he come down with you?
No.
So you down here alone?
Yes.
Have you ever been on a movie set?
No, I haven't.
Neither is Rich.
You ever been in a BMW?
No.
You never been in the 528xi, my new one?
It's not new.
What year
it's
is
new
it?
to you.
2010.
That's new to you.
Yeah,
not
you
new.
don't buy a new car.
I know, but you can't say it's new. It's new to you.
Okay.
New-ish.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure it's in good shape, but
how tall is your boyfriend?
He's 5'6",
Is he
5'7".
built? Is he like fucking? I mean, is he a tough dude?
Yeah, he's Italian.
He's
Sicilian.
Oh, all right.
You better leave him.
No.
I like Rochester.
How long you been together?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
What about before that? Who'd you have there?
My longest relationship before that was like 3 months. I was never really...
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, I was never really a commitment
I
person.
love how she's talking like she's 45 years old.
I know, right?
You're too young to have long relationships yet.
Yeah, I didn't. I never had one. I always got bored too quick. And to move
Is that
on to
an
the next
engagement
one.
ring?
It's a promise ring, yeah.
Promise what? What?
That
That he'll buy a new plow. I promise I'll buy a new pickup this year.
What's the promise ring? Is that a pre-engagement ring type thing? Is that what happens? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's, yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's
pretty much the thing.
adorable. That looks like it was an heirloom from a family member.
No, I think he bought it. But
Yeah?
he did pretty nice. He didn't ask for any help or anything. He picked it out himself. So I guess.
Isn't engagement a promise?
Yeah, I'm confused.
That's a pre-promise.
They're just adding an extra
That's the guy that
step there.
doesn't
Yeah.
totally want to commit.
Yeah, that's
but he wants to
literally like get off my back, but this is meaningless. Don't ask me about it anymore.
Yeah, give that to you just before you move to New York City by yourself.
Here's a you know what? Here's a promise pocketbook. I promise that the next thing I get you might be a ring.
Oh, right. Jackie's moving to dreary old Manhattan.
When did you get the promise ring?
Like a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that ring was on your finger
When I came back
before
from
you moved to New York
Philadelphia.
City.
Yeah.
When I got it.
Why were you in Philly? You were interning there?
She tried school.
Yeah, I tried to go to Temple University for a semester, and it was way too scary. And
Why? Why was it scary down there?
I saw someone shoot themselves in the face.
Oh, yeah, you talked about that.
Yeah, and it was
Jesus
just
Christ.
right next to the North Philly, so I was right in the ghetto, and I was just scared all the time to be myself that I was going to be taken.
Well, you shouldn't racially profile like that.
Yes, you should.
It's fine. You just walk around. No.
I didn't racially
It's terrible.
profile. I just said North Philly was scary.
But wait, they shot themselves in the face?
Yeah, like an alum came back on campus and just...
Why?
Decided to
I
horrify
don't know
everyone.
why I didn't talk to them before.
Damn.
I just watched it. It was not fun.
Oh, man.
He died doing what he loved. Shoot himself in the face.
A lot of blood.
A lot of blood.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far were you?
How far away?
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
I mean, it was pretty far in the distance.
Yeah, still though.
Yeah, I mean, still, it was scary to
Did you see him
It was-
drop?
Yeah, and he kind of just dropped
Oh,
right
that's
on his
fucking
back.
horrible.
to the
Was he a
floor.
college kid or just a
He was
alumni?
no. I think he was supposed to. He was an alumni. He
came back just
Yeah,
to-
he came back to the alumni.
Just to give
circle.
everyone nightmares for the rest of their lives.
Right.
Exactly.
What a great guy.
Thanks. Yeah.
I get you're fucking in pain, but how about you do that behind closed doors somewhere?
Holy Jesus.
Well, they thought it was
How
a
about you
student
don't include
at
us?
first. So they thought it was a student at first, so we weren't allowed to leave. Like, we weren't allowed to walk around or anything because they didn't know what happened.
Since you've been in New York, how long have you been away from your boyfriend? About 2 months now.
Yeah, 2 months.
How many guys have you made out with?
No,
Tell the truth.
None.
Not sex, just made out
None.
Made out.
with. Come on,
How many
did you-
makeout
How many did you
sessions?
neck with?
None.
None.
None. I'm
No
a faithful
necking?
person.
Any heavy petting?
Who is that?
Huh? No
Heavy
necking?
petting.
No, but
Isn't petting heavy petting, by the way? What makes it heavy petting?
That sounded so stupid.
You're right.
Heavy
that's something
petting.
from our fucking day and age. What was the
Heavy
difference
petting.
between petting and heavy petting?
Fucking finger. A finger's in.
A finger?
Heavy
a
petting.
finger is in for
A
heavy petting.
finger.
Yeah, finner.
Heavy petting, you left marks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heavy petting or discipline.
I don't know. I just I never thought that word was good. Petting. Don't get into petting. Petting. Do they mean that like petting? Like you do a dog? Only with a person?
Well,
cuddling. It's just so horrible.
You forget, but
Back in the day,
it
All
was
right.
like petting an animal.
You might
if you
be
think
right.
about it.
You're like shooka.
It wasn't one of those
scratching it, petting it.
We didn't have hairless cats when we were growing up.
That's true. You got
That's a new invention.
You got yourself.
So the
a
whole
point.
petting thing made sense.
Oh, she's just like my daughter, my middle daughter. Looks like her, and just it's just some guy.
So it's turning you on then.
No, ew. I said my middle daughter, not my 5-year-old.
God, we should do some vaudeville together, Rich. We're good.
Start the car.
We're fucking good. Pumping up my shit like that.
Practice.
Back in the day, like I've never been a touchy person. I met this girl after my divorce. Fucking as beautiful as you possibly can be.
Mm-hmm.
I met her in South Carolina. We started dating. She came to Alabama to see me work. We had sex. She was beautiful. She was in radio, and she was really.
How'd you ruin it?
Then she came to Florida, and you know when you just lose something? I was laying in bed, and I was in Florida. I had a fever, and I was really sick. And we're laying there, and she put her hands, like she's, petting and rubbing. She goes, "What can I do for you?" I go, "First of all, get your hands off me."
Oh,
because I'm just, I didn't
Rich
mean
hates to be
mean.
touched,
And-
even by beautiful women.
And then I just
Jeez.
kind of I got mean, or I don't know, but I always look back and go, she was the nicest, sweetest, most beautiful girl.
All she wanted to do was
Rich.
take care of you, make you feel better.
And you were-
snapped
and you were an
on her.
asshole.
Yeah, maybe
Rich.
because I was sick. And
Maybe.
I don't know, but I
You don't like being
apologize.
touched?
What's
wrong with you?
You don't like being touched by a girl?
Yeah, it depends. What do you mean by touch? I mean, yeah.
When I'm sick, I want to be left alone.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just want to
Like,
be.
just get
I
away.
apologize to Sue Larson if I was rude to you 20
Give her
years ago.
name out.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Why?
Jesus.
She's in radio.
Where does she work?
I don't know now.
I would love to hear her side of the story.
No, I
probably way
apologize.
worse.
to her. She was the
yeah.
sweetest, nicest girl. Beautiful. Just.
Sounds
I would.
lovely.
That's the kind of girl I would have married.
Instead of the one you have, I
You
guess.
really are.
Just-
Bonnie should
isn't
just
he a
fucking,
treat?
Bonnie should shoot you in the face.
You're just a treasure.
No, I mean that's what I mean. Bonnie.
What a treasure.
Bonnie,
What a
Bonnie's the
wonderful-
kind of girl I married. That's the kind of girl. There's certain girls that you're attracted to.
Bonnie
You know?
rules.
Anthony likes them with pigtails.
Well,
All right, Jackie.
Thank you.
thanks, Jackie.
All right.
What a great.
Oh, there's the honey for you.
Oh, that's right. It was all about the honey.
All about the honey.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
She rules.
She's my daughter. My daughter interns. Interning is the biggest fucking scam in the business.
No kidding.
My daughter interns around, for like a shoe company, a big distributor, and I'm going. It's fucking like slavery.
They do all the
It's
work
just,
for
What
free.
a scam.
It's-
My daughter
yeah.
said she's 20. She interned. She goes, you know what? I'm going to hire an intern for me. She's trying to get someone to intern her interning.
For her internship?
Yes. She's trying to find someone to do it for
Like
her.
an intern for Cremerica. Sure.
It's just
Seinfeld.
Of course. Rich.
What?
So you got a daughter, but it's like, it's not like interning is nothing. Don't you get to put it on an application for a job, your resume?
You
things
get
like
credits and
Anthony,
you get
hold on a minute. I got to jump in.
Yeah.
You want to go down the list of interns we've had over the years
Oh,
and how many
boy.
are actually in the business?
Oh,
Yeah, but you
boy.
can't be a
Sam Roberts might be the only one.
You can't be a
man.
shit intern and then be like, well, I technically interned, so I don't have a
Sam,
job.
do you know any other intern we've had in the last 8 years that is actually in the business?
Just Sal.
Oh.
And that really says something.
There's a big drop off right there.
I hear from guys here and there that are sort of doing okay after their internship here, but they're
Yeah.
not doing radio shows.
I mean, I guess I could use the credits for another occupation, right? I mean, they're school credits.
I would think if you have a resume and you're going around, it says, I did an internship at this. Here were my duties. Things like that. It's got, can't hurt.
You can use the time to meet people.
And then
networking, sure. You're meeting people.
And then the owner that you're applying for says, this all looks great, but my nephew, who's an alcoholic, I think can do it a lot better.
He's got the gig. Yeah. Well, keep your application on file.
Yeah, the position no longer exists. We just have the interns do it for free.
Yeah.
We don't need to hire anybody.
Coincidentally, I see you're an intern here.
An even bigger scam, and I had to do this when I was in Rochester. I think there's a lot of people who are going to be able to relate to this one, was temp to hire.
Oh, yeah.
I was a temp to hire for Xerox. I was hired by Xerox, technically. It wasn't a temporary position. It was a full-time fucking job. And they would just kind of like dangle the higher part over your fucking head. And the reason was they didn't have to pay for health insurance and all these other benefits.
Nice.
It was called temp to hire, but it was bullshit. It wasn't like they hired and said, we need you for a week or two. It's like, no, here's a job. And I would go, when does it end? Oh, it doesn't end. And I'm like, well, then why is it a temp to hire job?
Yeah.
They could pay you less and give you no health insurance. Companies get away with murder. I'm not sure if they're getting away with that one as much as they used to, 20 some odd years ago.
That's bullshit.
They probably passed a law.
You would think, right?
Well,
at Xerox workforce up in Rochester, there was a shitload of temp to hire. I mean, a lot. It wasn't just a little bit.
Go
ahead.
Did the real employees look down on the temp to hires?
No, we're all just losers.
There was just
we were in shipping and receiving. I'm not making it sound like I had some amazing fucking
shipping and
job that really mattered. But still, the shipping and receiving people need health insurance too. Obviously, they probably need it more than. What did we do?
Packing peanuts.
We played ping pong.
Oh.
So maybe
nice.
I shouldn't bitch.
Shipping, receiving, and ping pong.
And then we'd, we learned quickly how to drive the forklifts, which was a lot of fun because we fucked around with that.
Oh yeah,
I officially wasn't supposed to be driving the forklift.
No, forklifts are made to have fun on job sites.
We got in extremely hungover because it was the days when the Opster was partying. With the rest of them, so you'd come to work. Everyone knows this shit. You're fucking 2-3 hours sleep, still drunk. You sit there, and we'd play ping pong and just shoot the shit and shit talk everyone, waiting for a fucking truck to come in. Then the truck would come in, and we'd have to do the.
Did you ever play in Hong Kong? There's a story I heard.
And then we get the manifesto for the truck. Go through all that. And then back to ping pong.
That's what happened. I was working in a warehouse, and they said, you are not allowed on the forklift. You're not allowed.
Oh, wow.
And I went out for lunch and got high and came back and decided to take the forklift for a ride. And I just crashed and took all these fucking rows of I mean, it was a major accident.
Yeah.
And on the spot, I got fired.
Wow, on the spot.
But I got fired from everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
The temp to hire people are calling. Oh, my God. That makes the phones ring? Chris in Tampa, what's up?
Hey, Alp, how you guys doing?
Hey, Mac.
I work for a company that handles temp to hire positions, staffing company. And it works for companies because they get to try you out before they want to invest all their money in giving you, like you said, benefits, vacation, all that time. And they can pay you less. Now it'll all change with Obamacare.
I understand, but that's the theory. But the fact is, why would they ever hire you? Because that would mean more resources from the company going away. They would have to now pay your health insurance and everything else, and give you a better salary too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, a smart company will eventually hire you if you're doing a good job, because then now they risk losing you to a company that's going to give you
They end up hiring an extremely small percentage of the temp to hires. That's the point. All right, fair enough, though, if it worked. Someone's saying that Josh in Massachusetts. Go ahead.
Hey, in Massachusetts, they have a law that you can't be temp to hire more than 6 months. Well, there's a company out in Massachusetts that's well known that will bring you in for 6 months, let you go for a week, and then rehire you to the temp agency for another 6 months so they don't have to pay the base.
Yeah, there you go. There's always a workaround.
Sounds like how De Niro was getting the casino license. It's like, when it reaches the top of the pile, we give you another title, throw it at the bottom.
Start
when
all
he's
over
applying for the casino license.
Right. And Toyota still uses it?
Hi.
Kevin in Mississippi.
Hey,
yeah, Toyota does this as well. They hire and give you. They'll tell you it may take you up to 3 years, and say they bring in a group of like 4 temps, and there's one hot girl in it. Everybody's just completely fucked because she's automatically going to get it, and you just know it. And these people are working right beside you, doing the same shit you are for like a third of what you're doing it for.
If you have a job for 3 years, that's not a temporary job.
No.
That's a job. Holy fuck.
Amazing. Just
To
amazing.
me, if you have a job for 3 years, that's retirement.
Did you work in a factory once, Rich?
Yeah, I've worked in everywhere.
Hold on. We might have an old friend of yours on the line. Mike, you
I
know
think
Rich
I do.
Vos?
Yeah, I know Voss.
What? Where did we? Are you from Plainfield?
Yeah, Rich, it's Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
Oh.
He doesn't know who you are.
Yes,
I can't play this.
Yes, I do.
Who is it? Who is it, Rich?
Mike V is his last name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mike.
What's going?
We're talking Dugan.
What? The place that had the Zodiac signs that we all
That you
stole.
were selling in school.
Yeah. What? They had these round Zodiac. There were these round Zodiac things that if you spun them around, it landed on a birthday, a Zodiac. It was just a wheel with Zodiac. And I would steal them. And I would
pilfer the place and take them to school and sell them all day long.
Yeah, in high school. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I had to make money, back then, because, and is that where I got fired with the forklift? Was it Dugan's there? I think it
No,
was.
he just fired you because you were stealing everything you did.
Little thief.
I think I owe Mike $80 from back in the day.
Watch it, Rich.
No, you lent me for lunch money.
Yeah. We'll talk later. Hey, good hearing you. Take care.
All right, Mike V, everyone. Well, that was part of the thing. You had to steal from the job. It's really hard to do nowadays.
This guy was great. I knew his family. I knew him since like 4th grade. I used to go to his house for lunch. His mother was the nicest. The whole family.
You actually knew someone and had a good friend in 4th grade?
He was a nice. Yeah, it
Really
was like 4th grade.
It's very unusual
or
to
6th
hear
grade.
a story like that.
Why?
And then we went and bought some coke.
No, he didn't do
They always
drugs.
end like that.
He didn't do drugs. He was one guy that didn't do.
Who did in 4th grade?
In 4th grade, Rich. Jesus.
In high school, I knew all the way from 4th grade to high school.
We didn't get into the high school years. We were talking about 4th grade.
But he was like the smartest dude. He bought like Coca-Cola routes or whatever, or Roots, and very successful. But he was the one guy I hung out with that didn't do drugs.
Nice.
I don't know why I hung out with him.
You're right. In 4th grade.
In 4th
No,
grade.
in high school, anywhere.
No, Rich.
Fucking just shooting up before kickball.
And
crazy.
Who doesn't steal?
That's a crazy town you were brought up in.
Who doesn't steal from?
I said that from the job.
Yeah, I mean, especially
little pilferings, all
there's
right.
a little Zodiac, and I was selling them to a teacher. He was buying boxes and reselling them.
Why did they have boxes of these things?
They like this boxes, and all these Zodiac wheels came in.
Yeah, I know what they are.
25.
But why would they have so many?
It was a big. I don't know. Why would they have so many bumper stickers coexist? Because people buy them.
I was the candy kid. Did you have the candy kids?
Oh, that
came in with just candy, and then I would just hike the price, make it twice as much, and people would always fucking buy their M&Ms and their.
You mean you would buy?
I was the candy kid. Yeah, I would buy sort of in bulk if I could find it. Oh, you did this too, Sam?
Yeah, I used to go to Costco.
Because for some reason, my junior high, I guess they didn't have a vending machine. So I had candy, and people knew I had candy. I'm like, yeah, and I would fucking double the price. I was making good money for a kid.
It would blow people's minds because the gum said 25 cents right on the pack, but obviously you buy in bulk, it's less than 25 cents.
Right.
So I would sell them 25 cents, 5 for $1.
Oh, no, I would still hike it from there.
And they go, Sam, you're not making any money. I'd be like, I know, just pick up 5 packs then. I'm not making a cent.
So you were a candy kid, too?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
But then I moved on to being a bookie in high school.
For real?
Yeah, for the assistant basketball coach. I was on the team. Crazy shit. You know the fucking football. You know the football sheets, Rich, that we all have done. The assistant coach was the main guy.
No way.
And then he kind of got me almost like
he was the sheets guy.
He was the sheets guy
in high school.
In high school, it got ugly, man. I think I was I don't even know how I got out of it, but I was in a little too deep because somehow he knew I was into it because I think I was getting a sheet from him. And then he's like, he was a little scared, so he needed a middleman.
No shit.
I was his middleman, and there was a side of Harborfields High School at the time where the slow kids and all that went, but that wing also had a lot of empty shit that they didn't use anymore. So we would meet in an old fucking locker room. No fucking funny business, but you can make your fucking jokes. And we would do the whole exchange and shit. I would fucking give him the money. He would give me the sheets and all that shit. And then he would give me the envelopes to pay off everybody. And I had to pay off one of my fucking teachers after class, and the teacher knew. So the whole class, I'm sitting there, and he can't wait. I think he hit. It's been a long time, but he hit 8 for 8 or 9 for 9. He hit. It was a few thousand, which was rare. But he hit. And he knew he hit, and he knew the kid that had the money was in his fucking class in the back room. So then I had to kind of wait, be the last kid out, and then fucking slide him his envelope.
Holy fuck, that's...
And then the guy, I think I was a senior, and that's how it ended, because I remember he was... I was making probably a couple $100 a week, which was a lot of money for a high school kid, cash. Just to fucking hand them out and get them from my friends and stuff. But it started expanding way too much where the teachers were getting involved and stuff. Jesus. And then he was a shady dude to begin with. And then he knew I was going to Geneseo State School and SUNY School, and he wanted me to continue it up there. And that's when I was like, all right, look, this is fucked up. I knew even in my stupid young brain that, all right, this is fucked up. I got to get the fuck out of this.
Got to lay off of this shit.
But I remember how fucking...
Never got caught.
I'm amazed. And we would meet in this, like, part of the fucking school that no one was using, and I was fucking scared shitless.
But what happened if someone
And then I felt like I couldn't get out.
What happened if someone didn't pay? A teacher's not going to take him out.
Break his legs.
I'm not sitting here like I was a mafia guy. Everyone was going to pay. It was obvious.
That'd be
so
great.
Obvious.
Fucking imagine that's in the news. A teacher's breaking students' legs for not paying on sports betting.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the payouts were usually stupid money, dumb money, but this one time, the teacher, and I don't remember what class he taught anymore, but he fucking hit, and I had to fucking pay him.
Yeah, but you don't know the kids what they were betting. You knew what they were betting from their slips.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was a couple bucks here. It was like
$3.
Maybe you're getting $5 from your fellow student, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
you're not the only guy doing this for that teacher. There was probably 10 other kids.
In the school, you think?
In the school, in the
I doubt in the school.
Well, you think
I went to a kind of a smaller high school. Harborfields was kind of small at the time.
Maybe other schools. I mean, if
he might have been. Yeah, sure. Oh, sure. I'm sure he had his sheets elsewhere.
I mean, to risk going to jail, you're not going to do it for $20, $30.
Yeah, that's true. Probably wanted to make some righteous bucks.
I wake up one day and I'm like, what the fuck? How did this happen?
I'm part of a gambling ring. What happened?
What the fuck?
I was betting one week. I bet on basketball. College basketball. 1 week.
Isn't that like a terrible bet?
I lost
betting on basketball.
Yeah, the point
in any
spread.
way, shape, or form.
The point spread is really tough to figure out. Yeah.
I lost 12 out of 14 games. That's almost impossible.
Right, that's harder
You can flip
to
a
do.
coin and do better.
Yes.
I don't know. They figured out that point spread.
I think the best bet is
you can take Indiana, but you got to give 37 points.
No, college football is the best to win.
Hey, just don't forget about the 14-point spread.
Right, exactly.
What?
But they figured out with college basketball. That was a tough one.
Yeah.
I used
college
to dabble
football
a
was
little bit.
good to bet on.
I think so.
Yeah, because they would be teams. They would want to raise. They would want to pump up the score for standings.
And the over/under.
Oh, God, I used to.
We gotta stop talking about this. This is your addiction. I gotta shut up.
Yeah, Rich
I don't want to be the one that gives Rich the itch.
Rich
to go
is
back
just
into that world. This guy sold McDonald's at school. What? He would just go and get bulk burgers, a whole bunch of them, and
that's a go-getter.
Let's take this.
Sure, he's a go-getter.
Let's say hi to Al in Maryland.
Yeah,
Al.
Hey guys, Rich. Hey, I got my driver's license in the mid-'70s when there was uneven gas rationing. I worked at McDonald's. They let us take leftover food home, and the pies transported pretty well. I started giving them away, and then people were standing in line, so I started cooking a few extra pies every night and made a tidy living keeping my gas tank full back in those days. I was the pie guy at lunchtime. Pretty popular. Chicks loved it.
He just said chicks loved it.
Chicks loved it, so it's worth it.
So it's cool, man.
Yeah, I've told the story before about having the Apollo air conditioning van.
Thanks,
no money, and I had the credit card for the gasoline for the van. And there was a Texaco station where the guy had a lobster boat also and would sell the lobsters out of the gas station. So I'd pull up, half a tank of gas, the rest lobsters, pay for it on the company credit card.
Nice.
Go home, boil them up. I'm broke. We're eating lobster tonight.
That's right.
I used to sell meat and seafood out of trucks. There was a company we used to drive around
Who
selling
would
meat.
buy that?
It was the best stuff. It was gourmet food and
gourmet shit.
Just dip out of each box. You know,
Yeah.
just one or two.
You gotta take your
crab legs in
taste.
there.
A little skim.
You know, it was
Little
real
for the
good.
effort.
They were big back in the day.
Little
All these
taste,
companies.
literally.
I understand a little taste.
Sure.
Don't you remember the little Toyota trucks pulling up and trying to sell you meat and seafood? Didn't they have that in Long Island?
I don't remember those.
A fond memory. I was Washington Drive school, so grammar school. You know, kindergarten through 6th. And I figured out that these are all stories we've told, I guess. Huh? But fuck it. The lunchroom, they would make those fucking peanut butter. My thing was peanut butter cookies back then, and they would put them outside to cool. And so I figured out if you go around the entire school, there's the trays of cookies just fucking.
Oh wow!
And I got away with it for a long time. I would just take a couple every other fucking day.
Snag 'em.
Yeah. But I remember it being where it wasn't as easy as just going in. You had to kind of like, you know, make some moves to get into that area. But I always did and kind of reached around and grabbed them.
It was so easy to steal cookies. You would just hold them under the tray as you're bringing your tray
right
through. You would
good
hold
move.
cookies under your tray. I used to steal them all the time.
I grew up poor. I didn't get hot lunch.
Oh, we only got hot lunch because we had meal tickets.
Well, it got to a point.
Free lunch thing.
These tickets.
Did any kid ever pay for fucking lunch? Hot lunch? It seemed like everyone had that fucking welfare thing.
My mom's lunches started getting really shitty, the ones we had to bring to school. So I finally would just throw it every day and then get a nice hot lunch every day on the little change I was making from being the candy boy.
The candy guy.
I treated myself to a hot
Sad
lunch.
state of
a
affairs.
nice piece of square pizza.
In California, behind Vaughn's supermarket, there was where they used to keep the depositable bottles, and people would bring it in, and they'd put it, but it was a big locked cage, and we figured out how to squeeze in between the chain link fence and the pole, or climb over the top one day, and then I just offload them to my brother, and we'd go right back around. And bring them in and get money. Yeah.
But you couldn't take too much because then they would be onto you.
Yeah,
You had to know what kind of taste.
It was just enough for a box of ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah, you had to just take a little taste so no one knows.
Love my ice cream sandwiches.
Just skim off the top just a little bit.
Yeah. Don't get greedy.
A little bit.
Don't get greedy.
A little bit.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
Right.
We sent when we were in like, I don't know, we were in like 5th grade. And my brother and his friend were like in 3rd grade, and we sent them into the drugstore. We said, there's 2 of them. We said, whichever one of you 2 steal the most for us.
Jesus.
Like, making a little gang?
Yeah. We said, well, we'll let you keep what you get.
Uh-huh.
And so my brother, and this other guy, he had 2 legs in, and they went in stealing, and they got caught.
Oh,
they
rat you out?
We were gone. I left them there.
Oh, man.
Little thief. I don't want anything to do with a thief.
Probably ratted you, though. They made us. The crying.
I don't know if there's a person alive around our age that hadn't had to sit in a back room of a supermarket or some store after getting caught. But a lot of times they didn't really involve the police.
Nah, they didn't want to.
They just wanted to scare the fuck out of you.
Yeah, they wanted to fuck with you a little bit.
I think mine was, what was it, Wallbaum's in Greenlawn? That supermarket?
Yeah.
I think it was Wallbaum's. We got caught stealing some
over there
shit.
by Harmon Pizza.
And then we were in the back room. This asshole that was probably only a few years older than us, scolding us, scaring the shit out of us. It worked though. I was done. Like,
your life of crime was over.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't need some asshole yelling at me. Some trying to grab us. I don't even remember back then.
Yeah, Harmon Drugs and Harmon Pizza were in the Sun Up Pizza, and Harmon Drugs were by the Wallbaum's shopping center there in Greenlawn.
Okay.
Yeah, that was where the pizza place we always used to go to.
Me and Aunt lived in the same neighborhood, didn't know each other.
Yeah.
So weird.
It was like,
and then me.
One town's the...
One town, 2 towns away.
Yeah.
Same experiences. So weird. And then we meet years later.
We broke into a house, and when we were
that's my line.
This is what I like about me and you. Our stories are pretty
innocent Long Island shit.
And a lot of people were like, "Well, the time I broke in a house and I had to clock the old lady over the head with a fucking wrench."
So, the mom was there, so we raped the shit out of her. And then, just kids, though.
Look, we had to cover our tracks, so we burned the house down.
Yeah, we burned the house
Just
down.
relating to what you guys were talking about.
And,
Jesus.
So then it was a short, I think, a short shootout with the cops. Then we grabbed the car that we stole.
Right. We did... I did the mail thing for a little while, but that's crazy.
And you
shit.
went to girls? What were you doing with mail? Were you stealing checks?
No, not that bad.
Christmas cards with money in them?
Yeah, stuff like that. You always knew which ones had the money in it.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Christmas cards.
That was very short-lived. That was fucking... Now you're getting crazy.
Yeah. Well, how about the...
Because I had a paper route, so I was like, huh. But I wouldn't take it from the houses that I was delivering papers to. There were all those assholes that didn't want the paper.
Right.
So, and everyone knew I should be in the neighborhood, so they wouldn't question anything.
No suspicion.
That was short-lived. I want to go on record. That one was really short-lived. That was like, this is nuts.
How about
this is crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of...
Yeah.
How about the people... How about they send you...
No, what about the house you broke into,
Rich? Yeah.
Well, when we broke, they used to let us use their trampoline. We'd get off the bus and get on the trampoline and play in their backyard because they had a big fucking mansion. And then I don't know if it was me and Alvin or me or Stanley. It was fucking
Alvin and Stanley. Was this fucking Bowery boys? Who were you out with? The Little Rascals?
I don't know. We go, let's get in. Let's go inside, see what we can fucking find. And,
yeah.
And we're walking around, and and then I said, fuck it, let's just get something to eat. We went in the kitchen. And then
you're one of those thieves.
We didn't know what to really steal. We saw some cool Hot Wheels and shit, but we weren't old enough to go look for jewelry or something.
Or you wouldn't even know. The thing is, you wouldn't know where to off it.
Yeah, we weren't
kids
old
don't
enough.
have fences.
We were only in 6th and 7th grade.
Yeah.
We're just doing our first B&E. So
where do you find a fence?
First B&E.
So I think we ended up making sandwiches and
fuck that.
We made some sandwiches.
You stole sandwiches then.
We made sandwiches, and then I think there was a maid was there in sauce or something. So we ran.
Oh boy.
And it's fucking, it was kind of mean because they did let us use the trampoline. But you would think if they're letting us use the trampoline, they would have refreshments out there for us.
You'd think.
You would think.
I'll tell you the scam that I don't know who these greeting card companies and flower seeds that they wanted you to sell. Did they, they would send you this whole big kit.
I remember the flower seed one. I didn't do it, but I remember it. Yeah.
Did they really think they were going to get their money? What the fuck? Who sends it?
You were supposed to sell them and then send them the money?
What kind of fucking dealers are they?
What did you get out of it? What were you supposed to get out of it?
I got everything out of it. Everything I sold, I got out of it.
They were supposed to take their cut.
That's funny.
Send it up to him, or send the flower seed guy to come and fucking take a few teeth out.
Well, that's what's wrong with the school system. They have they tell little kids don't talk to strangers, and you raise your kids that way. Don't go. But all these schools have these kids selling candy and going fucking door to door, or cookies or this and that. Come on in. It's just I don't want my kids selling shit for your school. You get your fucking taxes from me. Why should my kid be out selling for your fucked up school? Jesus. You know what I mean?
I've already put in my share. Don't pimp my fucking kid out.
Yeah, so whoever sells the most,
bullshit.
And they get a fucking prize or award. Go fuck yourselves.
We gotta take a break. We got the British Open on.
Yeah.
And Phil Mickelson's -3. He's on 18. Marco Muir is leading at -6 after 9 holes. Holy fuck. Zach Johnson -5 after 15. But more importantly, they just showed Rory McIlroy. Rich is McIlroy. He's +7.
He's having a meltdown.
Oh, Rory.
What happened? What, he couldn't take the pressure of everyone thinking he was so good? He stinks now.
He's doing a fucking Duvall or something.
Right.
He's doing a fucking Duvall. That endorsement deal probably fucked his head up.
Oh,
switching clubs and doing all this and all that pressure.
+7, first round of the British Open. He doesn't have a shot.
If he doesn't make the fucking cut in the British Open,
I don't think he has a chance at that at +7. All right, Rich Vos is at Levity Live this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's a great, great club. Where is it again? Palisades Mall?
Yeah, Nyack.
In Nyack? Go check out Rich Vos this weekend. Please do that. He's a very, very funny man. And we'll be back.
The Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
You might have heard us say what an idiot during Anthony's live read. I wasn't talking about Anthony. We're watching the British Open, and of course Phil Mickelson fucking misses an easy putt on the 18th hole. So frustrating to watch. Golf fans know that.
Why, you're a big fan of his?
My father-in-law, that's his guy. My guy's kind of Tiger Woods. No stretch there, I understand, but... What?
I keep hearing Tiger Woods' name. Do you think he has a chance to win this thing?
He's the favorite.
He's always the favorite.
I know. I don't know.
He's won 4 tournaments this year. He's already won 4.
It's in his head, though. The majors, he can't figure out. He hasn't won a major in how many years now? It's been a long time.
6 or...
I think 5-ish.
5-ish.
Let's say hi to Joe DeRosa. Joe!
Hey, Joe.
Hi, guys.
All right, I know. I know. You're a little... I get it. But let me tell you this much, Joe. You're a little wishy-washy on the phone because you think we're going to attack you.
No, I'm not wishy-washy. Somebody texted me and said you're getting killed on the show right now because of your tattoo, and I started laughing. It's like being a part of the show. Sometimes it's like you're a doctor on call. Like you're just trying to sleep, and then your buzzer starts going off, going, "You're getting trashed. You got to call in." The tattoo, I'm going to get it covered. I know I made a mistake.
Joe, but it's not really coming from me. Anthony is amazed by we filled him in because he wasn't here the other day.
Right.
And Joe, as you know, I'm a big Joe DeRosa fan, and you know, even the letters, if that's what you like, if that's personal, there's nothing wrong with it. But the cigarette microphone, the fucking the framing and the letter work, like what the fuck is that? A microphone? And is that a microphone or a cigarette? What is that? That, you know, because we're all trying to guess.
Oh no, we know because he told us.
It's not done yet, Rich.
Now he's going with the "it's not done yet" approach.
No, Rich, I still have to get blue clouds put all around it.
Listen, let me. Here's the thing.
Here's the visual. Okay,
here's what you could do. You could go after my tattoo, but this is a work of art. Okay, yours, and I liked when you had the idea. Yours looks like some epileptic wrote those fucking letters. All right, I'm just saying it's not a bad idea.
Not very nice and inclusive.
No, it's not a bad idea. It's the work. I'm looking at the work.
Look,
the work
your tattoo is not a work of art, Rich.
It's a
good tattoo.
Yeah,
it's a good tattoo.
Are you saying
it's not a work of art?
It's a work of art.
It's a good tattoo.
Okay, it's a good tattoo.
I've seen better pinup tattoos.
But no one has.
But it's not. I wouldn't put it in the bad tattoo category.
No,
I would rather have actual pins stuck into my arm than that pin.
You did when you got that tattoo with fucking Indian ink on the end of them.
Indian ink.
I know, but I think I might have said filmed instead of filled.
Isn't it India ink?
Yeah.
Indian.
Well, yes, Joe.
You said,
India.
You said Anthony. What did Anthony? Rich talked when Opie was going to tell me what you said.
All right. Well, here's the deal. You know, when I carry on, you're like, oh, there's Opie carrying on. But when Ant, comments about something, it's got to hurt a little more. And he's pretty much amazed by what you have on your arm. He can't believe it. He's in the I can't believe it category.
Joe, when you're at the supermarket and your arm slips by the register, do you have to pay an extra $4?
Joe, I'm just wondering, like, I understand the concept of it and everything, and initially when you got it and everything, but why just such stark block letters and not like some wonderful, like what is it, cursive writing or some calligraphy or something?
There's two K's in your tattoo, and the K's don't even match up.
No.
I know this, and my only defense is you've seen the way I drink. That's the only
Oh my God!
No, you're too old to be the drunk guy that got a tattoo. If that was the case, then you would have the leprechaun on your arm, the fighting Irish guy.
I wasn't drunk.
Just lost the leprechaun people.
I don't know if I
What's wrong
was
with you?
clear as headspace is all I'm saying.
Oh.
You know, maybe there's a little bit of a
Did you get the idea for this tattoo from an oak tree?
This would literally look better if I just put my arm onto the grill at Anthony's.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. Oh, Joe, I'm just. Are you very unhappy with this thing now?
You know what it is? It's not the artist's fault. I told him to do it. He did.
You can't use the word artist.
Why, this guy's an artist who did me.
You can't say artist. I'm sorry. I'm sure the guy's going to be terrific someday.
I'm going to take you.
But he practiced on your arm.
On the afternoon the other day, I showed Sam, because Sam was saying the same thing, and I showed him some of the other stuff the other guy's done, and Sam was like, "My God, he does great stuff." Like, he goes, "You really made him do that. It's not his fault." And it's true. It's like, this is what I asked him to do, and he was kind enough to accommodate.
Did he pay you? Did he pay you back with the tattoo when you picked him up the other day from prison? And he goes, "You know what? Let me do a tattoo."
Now, Joe, are you doing anything else with this to try to fix it?
Huh?
It's a
well, I'm holding a cigarette right now. I want to take that. Take that to it.
Yeah. What, I mean, are there regrets?
Yeah, I mean,
I had a few.
I just didn't think it through. I'm a very impulsive person with these things, and it's a bad idea. Tattoos are bad to be impulsive with. So
At least your Ghostbuster tattoo looks pretty good.
I know you're not serious, Opie. I know you're making fun of that.
Or Ghostbusters.
I didn't see the Ghostbuster one yet.
It's good. It looks just like the symbol. So he did that one right.
The only way my tattoos would be worse is if I got a tattoo of Tattoo from Fantasy Island on my arm. That's the only way these things could look any stuper.
What did he say?
If you got a tattoo, nothing.
Forget it. Forget it.
Now
I didn't hear what you said.
He even worked on his defense before he called. Okay, and he goes, maybe I'll use this one, and he thought he could slip it in. So that just got crossed off the defense paper.
I apologize. I don't know what to do.
I'm going to tell you what to do. Listen to me, because I'm older. I got fucking nice tattoos. I got pieces of works of art. I'm going to take you to a guy in Jersey, Flemington.
Here he goes.
I'm not plugging the guy. I'm not plugging him. I'm helping.
That's two.
That's more than two, I think.
Yes. Well, I can't do it this week because I'm at Levity. Levity Live.
Let me see your tattoo.
Whether you like it or not, it's good work.
That's a good tattoo. Let me see again.
And not only that, this one he did up here, he fixed yesterday. He turned it around. He completely turned the roses around. I'm like, when you see these, Joe, the new stuff he did yesterday, I'm just saying because he's been around.
I don't like the blue clouds.
They're not clouds. They're what do you call it? They're old. They're not like supposed to be clouds in the sky. They're tattoo clouds to bring out the girl. If the girl was just standing there alone, it would look ridiculous. Now, this is just to bring.
With that cotton candy swirl around.
But see, the difference between the cotton candy and your tattoo is, okay, I'm not going to get beat up walking through Harlem. Oh, neither are you, because you put a cigarette around it now. Okay. Hey, no, this is a Newport.
Jesus.
I don't know. Here's the thing, Rich.
Joe, you're getting some good lines in, but you're going to lose the tattoo battle. I have to tell you.
I know. Look, I don't know what to do because, and Rich, you got that one cover up on that TV show, and it looks good.
No. It's redone. Now it looks like it's supposed to. You'll see it. I'll show you. Now, it was redone yesterday because what was done on that show was pretty much not satisfactory. You'll see it now because this guy redid it yesterday.
It was better than it was, though.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, this guy. I did this yesterday. It doesn't. This guy. It didn't even bleed.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what Joe can do.
Joe's tattoo so bad, my arm bled when they did his tattoo.
I wonder if they get.
I think Joe needs to give up on the George Carlin thing, first of all.
Yeah. Stop trying to fix it.
Yeah, let's give up on the George Carlin quote that he said to you and probably thousands of others. And let's just turn it into something completely different.
Well, here's the thing that where I'm stuck. This is the problem is I actually thought Rich's Rose thing looked good initially. I didn't think it looked bad. But the problem is that's the only thing you could do to cover something up is get like a giant flower.
No, that's not true. There's a million things he can cover that up with. I'm telling you, there's a million things.
The rose is the big cover-up flower. Joe's right.
Right?
Yeah.
But your tattoo isn't that big. Your tattoo could be covered up with. You can even put a ship where you're going to be ended up working anyhow. So if you want to do something that has meaning, put like a little, put like Carnival cruise ship, and then have you on top waving, goodbye.
And maybe you could borrow some of your blue fluffy clouds to put above the fucking cruise ship.
No,
you know what? I can get this covered up today in 3 minutes. Rich, I'll come over to the studio and have you talk over it. Nothing with spit, nothing. Come on, really?
What would that?
This isn't personal attacks. You don't have to go after me. I'm here to help you.
I know. I thought it was just forget it.
You can't. That's your problem. You don't like to. You don't know when people care and want to help Joe DeRosa because there's so much to work on you with. I mean, it goes past the tattoo. I mean, we don't even want to get into the whole mental and all that shit. That's later. Let's fix the easy stuff first, and then maybe we will work on the posture and then go to the fucking mind.
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe. When he put the mic around the letters, right?
Yeah.
Were you happy with that?
It was my idea. I thought it was
No, I know. A mic would have, though that would have been a good idea, but whatever this guy put there, were you happy with that as a representation of a microphone?
And shouldn't there have been a little space between the letters and the microphone? Because now that bleeds into the new design.
Since when do you use a cordless mic?
Like the end. Should there be a space at the end of the end before the cigarette fucking part starts?
It literally looks like a lavalier microphone.
Why he couldn't even do that right?
Oh Jesus!
Like the top of the T's are now the border of the cigarette. Shouldn't there have been some separation there?
Just put red in there in a string and make it a tampon because you're a cunt for putting that on your arm.
This is the problem I showed this to Sam and I like Opie and Anthony. I don't even want to show you guys what he proposed to do because it's beautiful. He showed me this amazing design around it, and I was like, no, it's too much, man. Let's streamline it. Let's make it simple. And then I came up with this idea that he was even like, well, don't you want me to make it like more like an actual mic? And I was like, no, man, keep it abstract.
Oh no, come on!
What an idiot! I made a mistake.
No, it's not a big deal. It can be fixed.
I don't know. There's so much black ink.
It's not.
That's the other problem. It's just dark.
It could
black
be
ink.
fixed. It could be fixed.
No shading. Nothing.
The lettering isn't even nice, Joe. It's like a branding iron lettering.
Yeah, I thought that would look cool.
Circle K Ranch.
But who makes K's like that?
Yeah.
I've been living in stupid Brooklyn for 3 months, and I was like, look at everybody expressing themselves.
Oh, God. Oh, they must love you.
Joe is easily influenced.
I really am. It's awful.
I like the idea. I'm surprised. I'm just, it's a great idea from a great comic.
Thanks, Rich. Where's the guy in Jersey? When can we go? I want to get it done. This thing's still scabbed over. I want to get it done now.
No, you got to wait till it heals, and we'll
That's the other thing. Like, he's not willing to let it scab and then think about it and make an appointment. And then maybe, like, even if it takes 8 months, do it then. Like, he's like, oh, okay, we got to go to a tattoo place now and just find somebody. They'll just cover it with something.
No, you can't cover it when it's scabbing.
That's what he wants to do.
No,
I know.
He just wants to just think of something off the top of his head again and just put it on. Like, that's never failed him before.
Man.
The good news, Joe, we'll be wearing long sleeves in no time, so.
Oh.
Sam,
Winter's right around the corner.
And then you'll be okay for a few months.
The reason I don't want to wait 8 months, Sam, is because it's another 8 months of trashing.
Get it done with.
That's true.
But I think you're going to do something, and you're going to panic. Do something. It's just going to make it worse, I think.
You fuck up under pressure.
Yeah. You really do.
I did. I swear, guy, I'm not exaggerating, guys. I swear to God, last night I had a dream that as this was healing, like the scabs came off, and then as the scabs came off, the tattoo disappeared. And I remember being so happy. In the
I was happy.
It's weird because I had a dream that you disappeared.
Jesus.
That's really not nice.
Shut up,
Poor guy.
Mother Teresa.
Look at his arm.
You got to kick him when he's down. That's what this is.
Poor guy. No, you got to kick him in the nuts.
Oh, God. I'm going to go get a job at a machinery today and hope for the best.
You mean at a machine shop?
Yeah, that it just takes my arm right off.
All right. Well,
we're going to get it fixed. I promise you. This is my goal now. I'm taking you under my wings. I'm not going to be like Kevin Hart to Keith. I'm going to be Rich Vos to Joe DeRosa. Okay?
Oh, great. All right.
All right, Joe.
Let's go out to Jersey and fix it.
Yeah. We're going to fix it.
Good luck.
All right.
That looks like a tough cover-up.
And come on.
I'm sorry. I watched those. I watched those shows, and the way the lines are, the black ink. There's not going to be many options.
And you're going to have to make it a lot bigger to cover it up,
Right,
and then that's
right.
going to look weird on you.
I promise you.
This little simple thing is going to turn into an entire forearm piece.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. And remember, I could have just jumped in your pool and ruined it. Remember, I was like,
I know. I can't go in the pool. The chlorine. I'm like, it's a saltwater pool.
And it's a shitty tattoo. Who
and
cares?
It's a sucky tattoo. Yeah, that fucking tat would be much better off in the skimmer.
Hold on. Hold on. It's going to get better in 2 seconds here. Just put them on hold. Oh, sorry. All right, thank you. Colin Quinn, everyone.
There he is.
I don't know if you...
Oh, God.
Have you been listening to the show, or do I have to fill you in?
I know what's going on.
Okay.
Voss is only happy because DeRosa's tattoo took all the pressure of his awful, destroyed his religion tattoo when he got his Star of David.
Okay.
Against Jewish
Oh, Rich.
I agree.
Wait.
Yeah, Joe goes, I agree.
Wait, okay, Colin, you had time to prepare. That's what you're coming on with. Okay, listen, we're gonna be as sweet as we can. We're not gonna bring up Grown Ups 2. Let's do tattoos now. We'll do Grown Ups 2 next week. Okay, okay. That whole cameo should have been tattooed. But go ahead. What were you saying about Joe DeRosa's
tattooed or covered up, maybe, or something? Oh, all right, it almost worked.
He was fucking. Colin was brilliant. I'm telling you, he did this Dairy Queen scene. It was fucking brilliant. I'm telling you. I'm sure. Like, if he doesn't win an Oscar, I'm telling you, if he doesn't get the next Joe DeRosa short from that.
Holy shit.
Hey, man, I was in one of those.
God, I saw this phone call go, yeah, what happened to Joe's burgeoning film director career from that, Joe? He was swaggering around, chest out, proud as a peacock, and nothing.
Yeah, yelling and screaming, ruining relationships.
Yeah.
We thought at least in the end it would, lead to something, Joe.
Yeah. Well, a film's only as good as its cast.
Oh, yeah. Saw that coming.
Wow.
Saw that coming.
I think we should make a film about Joe getting his tattoo. And I'm curious about the tattoo for one thing. What do you think it was going to bring you? Old George Carlin type fucking power?
I thought I'd at least agree Kelly Carlin.
Hey, why do you tattoo a big S on your chest, Joe?
Oh. Rich is the only guy that can add extra S's to the letter S.
Oh, he got you there. Oh,
that was a good one.
That's a knockout punch.
You're right.
Did George Carlin ever find out about the tattoo?
No, he died before I got it.
Oh.
He would have fucking got it tattooed in order of protection on his fucking arm.
Colin, to bring you up to speed, so it's what? Keep kicking them in the nuts. Something George Carlin said to Joe DeRosa on a phone as Joe's calling his buddy's college radio show, by the way.
Yeah, it wasn't even live. I thought it was
and
live.
he thought it was a special moment he had with him and Mr. Carlin. Then it turns out our own E-Rock had a headshot signed by George Carlin, and it said, "Kick them in the nuts."
But you know what?
So basically, George Carlin said this to everybody. It wasn't a special moment.
But go beyond that. That's not that. Joe called in to go, "Hey, Mr. Carlin, I'm also a comic, too, starting out. Any advice?" And that's, yeah, kick him in the nuts, kid. You know, he didn't think the kid was going to go out and brand his arm like that.
But,
Jesus.
Once again, that was the part we all knew 2 weeks ago. Thanks, Rich. The E-Rock thing is new information. We've been.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Months, you stupid idiot.
Thanks for
By the
acknowledging
way,
I
you
brought
didn't think
something
he
new
was
to
gonna
the
get a tattoo.
same story.
Yeah.
Did you see Rich Vos's new tattoo? He's got a pinup girl on his forearm now.
I know. I heard about that.
You heard about it. You were sitting right next to it after the premiere. I guess your mind was on other things, like how you're going to save your career.
Jesus.
Wow, Jesus.
Jesus.
He's a big.
What?
He's in a big Hollywood motion picture.
It did 40
and that's not good enough for you fucking people.
$41 million.
I'm only laughing because Joe and Rich, while the rest of us are living the high life in the industry in Montreal, Joe and Rich are going to be at various shit gigs.
I'm going to be at Montreal, Colin.
Oh,
you are?
Shit.
Oh, yeah?
Just boss by himself.
You know what? I was just going to come to your defense and attack Rich, then you throw it on me.
Okay, now.
But I'll say it anyway. You know, Rich, leave Colin alone, all right? He's doing the acting work he can get. Not all of us have a wife that'll put us in her movie.
If Boss wasn't involved, that movie would have been on fucking HBO and Showtime. And you're cursed.
Hopefully not like your special. You know, when you guys are in Montreal, I'll be script consulting, but and you guys will all be up there.
By the way, I like the fact that was your big secret, and now suddenly you're throwing that fucking credit. 2 weeks ago, it's like, I'm not supposed to talk. And now you're on the way. I'll be script consultant.
Oh, yeah.
You're a creep. And I'll tell you what, every time you walk in the room, like at that premiere when you walked in the room with Bonnie,
yeah,
it reminded me of fucking Star 80. I swear to God.
And when you walked in, you reminded me of Gary Busey. Nothing.
Ooh, yeah.
I gotta go.
Why would you try?
Hard to follow that.
Colin
Star
the
80
fucking
Jones.
stage for a moment,
Colin
will you?
kills. You can't, when he's on fire. I was on fire the other night. He kills. You can't beat Colin. It was good when it was just me and DeRosa, But then, fuck.
And that Gary Busey thing really fucking hurt, by the way.
Oh no!
Shit. Opie just spilled. He just spilled all his drink on his body, and it looks better than DeRosa's tattoo.
I think we're gonna get this tattooed.
What is that? A big vegetable juice?
Fucking beets and carrots. And
it went every drop of it is out of the cup.
It looks like I just puked on myself.
And it was a heap and helping. That's a big cup.
Because I found some kind of fucking. Look what I found in it. So it's creeping me out. Look, what is that?
I don't know. Good thing you didn't drink it.
Hey, you guys, what are you doing later? After I'm done with the movie today, I'm staying in New York. We could all hang out.
Oh, after I'm done with the movie. See what he did there? He doesn't care. He doesn't want to hang out with you guys. He figured that was a great way to plug the fact that he's.
No, I'm staying. I got a hotel downtown by Colin. I mean, not that far downtown. I'm not going to say it on the air. In Soho.
Oh, yeah,
You think I'm going to tell these animals where I'm staying?
Why? You think you're going to have a Justin Bieber moment?
No, I'm going to have
all
fun.
the girls going to be hanging outside your hotel.
First of all, don't act like you have girls listening. I'm going to have animals calling at 3 in the morning if I told what hotel I was in.
What kind of shit hotel are you staying in that somebody can just call and go, Rich Vos, please, right through to your room?
Any hotel you call and ask.
You just answered the question right there. The kind of shit hotel where you can call up and Rich Vos is staying there.
Rich, what are you doing on this movie?
Oh, Jesus. Why would you play into his hands?
Nothing. I'm just...
I'm not. I just wanted to hear...
He's diverting attention.
Again.
Yeah, all right.
Trying to divert attention.
No, it's
not important.
It's not important.
He told us he's pumping up Chris Rock's lines.
I am not. I'm a script consultant.
You told us you're pumping up something.
That.
Oh, yeah.
You love saying that. It's a... you love saying the word consultant because you feel like everyone's like, oh, I guess he is kind of intelligent.
By the way, consultant means we don't feel like paying writers' wages.
Oh, yeah. How much is your flight to Montreal?
I don't know. How do I know?
Because you're paying it.
Oh, no, Joe's flying himself up and schmooze to the industry. Is that what's going on?
No, he's going up.
Joe's not invited to Montreal.
No, he is. He's carpooling with Big J and Metzger. They're renting a car, and
are they really?
Yeah, him, Metzger, and Dan Soda. They're all driving up, and they're having. I think Joe's going to make the sandwiches, and
you should be. You should actually be up there because you've got what Canadians love that 70s hockey player, fucking spray tan, kind of half a mullet look.
Yeah,
that deserved a little more. I hope.
Get everything cleaned up over there? Wow.
Kinda.
That was a biggie.
We might go off the air because this thing is bad.
Listen, I got to run. I got to
lift this thing up.
All right, guys.
These guys are bumming me out.
All right, Colin, what do you got going on? What's the big one? The one-man show, Unconstitutional?
I'm still harassing people with Unconstitutional, believe it or not.
It's going well?
Yeah, it's going quite lovely. Quite lovely.
It's a great show, man. It's at the Cherry...
Selling like hotcakes.
What is it? The Cherry... I forget Cherry
Lane.
Yeah, okay, Cherry Lane Theater.
It says Cherry's Jubilee.
Yeah.
Jubilee, of course.
Seriously, it's a great show, man.
Aren't you putting it up in one of Al Martin's rooms?
Yes, I am right after this, actually.
These guys are going inside.
I really want to see it.
And Joe, we'll see you in Montreal next week, right?
The whole world's going to Montreal but
I'm
me.
in Gotham Friday and Saturday night, if anybody's around.
All right.
How about Joe's half-assed desultory? I really want to see it.
No, I really, because you know what?
Take a fucking acting class and say, I really want to see it. Fucking creep.
I swear to God.
Shut up, Joe.
I was afraid to show too much enthusiasm that you asked me. That's the truth.
Oh, my God.
All right, you wacky guys.
Levity this weekend.
All right, thanks, guys. Colin Quinn and Joe DeRosa on the phone.
And Colin's too funny. You can't fucking...
He's quick, dude.
He's the quickest, funniest human being on the planet.
Yeah, I love Colin.
And Rich is going to be at Levity Live.
Fucking mind.
Yes. Listen to My Wife Hates Me, folks.
Oh. And my wife hates me on Riotcast, a fine podcast.
Absolutely.
Oh, shit. You guys are always in the top fucking 10.
Oh, well. Yeah, it's a big deal, that podcast.
We got our podcast, number 10, came out yesterday.
Oh, yeah, the 10th one?
Yep, Stalker Patty, Mousetraps, and we threw a bunch of porno on the sidewalks, and then from above we broadcast as people were picking up.
Is your podcast like the best of?
Yeah.
No one
people are
hosts it?
bitching about that.
No one. Why? It's extra stuff of you they can listen to.
Well,
that
it's
they
stuff
missed.
that we just can't get to as much these days because we got like 8 years of material now.
And it's also for people that don't get the channel.
Right.
Yeah, what the fuck? Who would
But they're bitching. They're like, it's not a podcast because you're playing, old stuff.
Welcome.
We're playing old stuff.
Welcome.
Brother.
It's going very well, and I appreciate everyone that is downloading it and spreading the word that we're now in the podcast world as well. All right. Good.
Oh, by the way, hitting the theaters everywhere this Friday, that was smooth, is the new action comedy from Universal Pictures, R.I.P.D., based on the comic book from Peter M. Lenker. RIPD tells the story of a recently slain cop who joins a team of undead police officers working for the Rest in Peace Department, trying to find the man who murdered him. Jeff Bridges and Ryan Reynolds star as the greatest cops that ever lived and died. As members of the RIPD, Nick Walters, played by Ryan Reynolds, and Roy Powell, played by Jeff Bridges, are sworn to protect and serve the living from bad souls that escape the afterlife. Jeff Bridges and Ryan Reynolds make the perfect team. The movie's produced by Robert Schwenke, who you may know from 21 Jump Street movie. How about The Fast and the Furious? It also stars Kevin Bacon and Mary Louise Parker. RIPD opens everywhere this Friday with early showings starting on Thursday night. That's tonight, right? Yeah. Don't miss RIPD in theaters and in real 3D this week. RIPD is rated PG-13.
Opie and Anthony have left the building, but there's still more horseshit to come. After O&A Live with Sam Roberts is next. This is After Opie and Anthony Live. Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
Right. No, nobody give a fuck. It's the after show. With me, everybody's still hanging around. We're talking about tattoos. What were you saying, Hope?
No, my point is, like, when people get tattoos, Troy Kwan's thinking about getting a neck tattoo. And then the dumbest argument ever, people go, well, what about when you get older?
Right.
The fact is, when you get older, you don't give a fuck. You give a fuck at this age.
I could see,
but you're not going to give a shit if you have tattoos when you're in your 60s or 70s. Who cares?
If you're 18, 19, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to get a neck tattoo, that's like, all right, but that's a lot of commitment to saying, I'm not going to get a career doing this or that or this or that. Like that. But when you're 30... it's like you kind of know what you're doing at that point.
And at 18, what I thought was cool to get tattooed on me at 18 was not cool at my age now.
Right.
So you have to, if you're at 18, you really have to think about who you're going to and what you're getting.
Not true. Because you were just saying how it's so easy to remove the tattoos.
Well, now it is, yeah.
So you can pretty much have it erased in a few sittings.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case when I was coming up, man. You had a tattoo.
You stuck with it.
You were fucked.
Yeah.
But even though it's
really tough to get that shit off your skin.
Even though it's doable, it's still expensive and painful.
It is.
To get it. There are a lot of people who are still stuck with bad tattoos. For instance, Joe DeRosa.
Oh, he's fucked.
He's fucked. And I was talking to Troy about it, too. It's so obvious that Joe doesn't want to spend any time under the needle. That's why he's got, like, scattered terrible tattoos throughout his arms.
Yeah, and I don't, maybe he's just not a creative person.
Maybe not.
Where it's like you have to sort of think about what you want, and you have to take some time and figure out what artist you want to go to and do research.
Yeah.
Like if you like traditional tattoo work, you research traditional tattoo artists. Or if you like biomechanical, you research, and you go, oh, when's your next opening? Oh, it's not for another 8 months. Okay, here's a deposit. This tattoo's going to be with me for the rest of my life. Because I told you, with my arm here, I had to wait from last September till now.
And Troy's arm is covered in kind of modified old-school tattoo logos and everything.
Skateboarding, old-school skateboarding.
What did I say?
Tattoo logos.
Well, obviously skateboarding then. But they are tattooed on, and they look great. I mean, you've been getting nothing but compliments on them since you came in to work with them.
Yeah.
But that's the difference, because you came up with this plan, and I'm assuming you spoke to the artist.
Yes.
Talked about what you wanted, what he could do, what he'd be good at, and figured out where the medium point was. Like, I've got the White Zombie logo on my arm, and then I have Rob Zombie's signature under it, because I got the White Zombie logo first.
Right.
Now I have Jack White's signature on my arm. I want to do some kind of white stripes thing on it, but I don't exactly know what, because they don't have any real, like, graphic thing that you can just put on there that looks specifically cool. Maybe I'll get, like, an elephant, because their album was called Elephant. I don't know.
Yeah, or an album cover behind it sort of, like, washed out.
Something. But I've had it for, like, a year, and I'm in no rush, because at some point, I'll come up with something that's good. You know what I mean? I'm not just going to be like, I got to get something now.
And if anybody busts your balls for it, it's like, well, that's what you wanted.
It's exactly. I mean,
it's on your body because you wanted it there. Joe has to put up with it, and he doesn't even want it there.
Right.
Like that's got to suck.
Like this is regardless of what your feelings are on it. I thought about it.
Right.
I came to the conclusion it's exactly what I wanted. It looks exactly how I want it to look, and it's a memory of an actual experience that actually has meaning to it.
Yeah. I think you could do something cool around it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, Joe's fucked.
Joe is fucked. And I'm glad it came up on the air again today because he's super fucked. And it teaches people a lesson that you got to think about. Like tattooing, everybody gets tattoos now. And that's the other thing I was saying, that Opie was saying, you know, when you get older, you're not going to give a fuck anyway. But regardless, like people say, isn't it going to look silly when you're like 60, 70 years old and you got a neck tattoo? No, because a ton of 60 or 70-year-olds are going to have neck tattoos because a ton of people now have neck tattoos.
And at 70 years old, I'll be just happy to be alive.
Right.
And breathing.
Yeah. You don't care what's on your neck as long as there's air going through it.
You know what I mean? Like, you look at some old people, and it's like they got worse things going on than tattoos.
I knew a woman who got her first tattoo at like 80. She got a rose tattooed on her titty. I was like, yeah, you're awesome.
Titty tattoos are the worst.
Especially at 80.
Yeah.
But at least she didn't watch it like become this decrepit, you know, shriveled up rose.
Yeah.
She's like, I got it done when I was 80. So.
And these girls, like these young, like 18, 19-year-old girls that get this hot thing on their stomach.
Jackie's out of the studio right now. Sydney, don't tell her we said this. She's got a giant sort of thing on her back, and it means something to her grandma, and it's a nice thing or anything. But that's not going to age well, I don't think.
Well, back isn't as bad as the stomach. You know, these girls with these like gorgeous flat stomachs, I mean, they're not even thinking about what's going on. They have something right in the middle. They'll get like a C-section scar right through it, or like it's just like when you
or
get
just getting pregnant, your stomach expands.
Yeah,
and the skin stretches, and when you get back into shape, your skin is still modified.
It looks all fucked up.
Yeah,
and like people that have had tattoos when they were fat and then lost a lot of weight, it just looks like the blob.
Yeah, absolutely. Bobby the Champ, former intern of Opie and Anthony and Ron and Fez, is on the phone. What up, buddy?
What's up, PTSR? Troy, I got a quick question for you.
Yeah.
I was looking at your dude at Kings Avenue, and I was wondering who you suggest. I have like a big dragon on my left calf, and I want to do a sleeve of like koi and like Japanese rosebuds and stuff with it because I feel like it needs something. So like, which guy do you suggest at that place, or do you have a different guy, or what do you think?
Well, everybody at Kings Avenue is amazing, but I go to Justin Weatherholtz, and he's just sick. I mean, I can't really. He's on Instagram too. You can check out all his work on there.
I was looking at his Instagram and I was looking at his website. He did like a sick Salvador Dali, and like he does a lot of faces. So that's why I wasn't sure maybe if I should go to him for some sort of like Japanese scene. But I mean, I'm sure he could do anything, obviously. But
yeah,
I wanted to go to a specialist.
Yeah, he's diverse, and just tell him that you heard it on the show. So I'm sure he'll try to squeeze you in. He's got a tight schedule, but.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I didn't want to do it immediately. I want to, go for a consultation, think about it, pay it little by little, and then eventually go in for the whole big piece.
Yeah, and it's cool because, if you give him a deposit, you can start seeing the drawing and you can sort of work with it a little bit and spend some time with it. And it's especially like if you have months to go before you get the tattoo, you can really think about it. It's like, okay, do I want this?
So when you have months before the appointment itself, do they send you the drawings like months before? Like, is it a process, or do you show up after 8 months and say, okay, let's start, okay, here's the drawing, all right, let's go?
I put the deposit down, and then I knew what I wanted to do, and then I started getting together all my artwork, and I went through like all the old skateboard graphics, especially the decks that I had as a kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like this one, I like this one, and I started narrowing it down. Okay, definitely want this one. This one's maybe. I narrowed it down, and then when I finally got to it, I took it to him, and then we started going over it, and then
this was like days and days and days before.
Yeah, this was like probably like a month before, and then you have a consultation, and then you give him all your artwork, and then he starts sketching stuff in front of you, and then he takes like, if you have other tattoos on you, he sort of sketches out
how everything's going to match up together.
Yeah,
because everything's got to work. Unless you're Joe, in which case just stamp some shit on wherever.
Well, and I've done spontaneous, like, just let's go get tattooed on Roland was actually with me the one day. Me and this girl, Katie Storm, she got Prince's logo tattooed behind her ear.
I can't hate on that.
No, and I got this. I'm a big fan of the band Clutch, so I got the Elephant Riders. And it was literally like, we were at brunch, and we're like, let's just go get tattooed.
Yeah, I have a Creed tattooed on my pec. In hindsight, it wasn't a great decision, but no. At the time, I thought Creed was great. No tattoos for you, Roland, huh?
We tried to get him tattooed.
You did?
Yeah.
to the nose.
If you had come, what were you going to try to get him?
Anything, whatever you wanted.
Would you have paid for it?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
That would have been so funny.
I know.
No, not the pain, no.
Is that what it is? It's the pain?
And they come in and like, oh, why did I get that?
You know that whatever you got, you would come back with, oh, what did I do that for?
I'll be like a DeRosa.
Yeah.
Like all these, they ain't cool tattoos, but people go, why do you get that? That's so shitty. You should cut off your arm.
Thinking you were part of this cool community, and then everybody's like, no, dude.
I don't know if anybody could have as shitty of a tattoo as DeRosa.
I know. I was trying to make him feel better if he's listening.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh, my God. Hey, where's Intern Douchebag?
Which one?
He's right here. You want to talk to him?
Yeah. Bring him in, because I don't feel like we got to where we were going yesterday. Intern Douchebag came to us yesterday. We were talking about some problems with his love life in college. Intern Douchebag, we have 2 female interns. You all know them by now, Jackie and Sydney. And they've become world famous because of multiple appearances on the Opie and Anthony show. I think each of them actually now have more Twitter followers. Sal, don't they have more Twitter followers than you at this point?
I guess so, yeah.
Which is crazy.
Well, why don't we give out their Instagram, their Twitter names?
Okay, Sydney, what's your Twitter name?
It's SYDDNEYM. So Sydney M.
On Twitter. Okay,
Yeah.
and then what's it? Jackie Nut with 2 T's?
I think, yeah.
Is that the other one? Okay.
Maybe 2 E's.
And these 2 have just become little shining stars on the channel, while Intern Douchebag is just over here like, come on, a little something for me. So
Am I?
I feel. Well, you should be.
Should I be? Okay, yeah. Then totally, yeah. That's how I am.
And I was thinking about you. I feel like I want to offer you a position.
Okay.
I want to know if you want to be the official intern of after Opie and Anthony Live.
Oh man.
If you want to be that guy,
man.
because I think, Jackie and Sydney have been getting a lot of shine lately.
Yeah.
They get a lot of love on the show.
A lot of love. Do
can
you
I
want
ask-
to plug your Twitter properly, Jackie?
Yeah, Jackie with
Hold
2
on, wait.
E's.
I'm the official intern of the after show, and then the segment just gets interrupted immediately.
I'm just saying, Opie and Anthony is a big show. When Jackie,
And we just want to catch everybody up to speed.
Calm yourself, Tyler. Jackie, not 2 E's, 2 T's.
Boom, on Twitter.
Boom.
Now, I do think that are you okay with the nickname Intern Douchebag?
I mean, I don't think it matters if I am or not, so yeah.
You're right about that. Great instincts. Great instincts. He's right, Troy.
He is.
He couldn't have changed anything. How did you feel? We were talking today on the show, and I've been thinking about this for a little while because I read about the case where a lot of interns now are complaining about doing free work. And I read, there are lawsuits. I think a couple interns from the movie Black Swan ended up suing Warner Brothers.
Yeah, they were older guys, though. They were 30 or something like that.
I mean, but it was still, it was their choice. We've had an intern that was 50.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. And I feel like, to me, and it's happened to a bunch of companies that interns have been suing, but more in the entertainment business than anywhere else, I think. But I've always felt like an internship is an opportunity.
Yeah, I think especially in the entertainment industry, it's like paying my dues. Like, all I've been told this entire time is that I have to pay my dues, have to pay my dues, have to put in my hours. And I'm pretty hyped that I get to put them in here.
It's like, where else are you going to get a foot in the door?
Yeah.
It's not like
this is the door I want to have my foot in.
If an internship, the temp thing, I kind of understand because if the internship became a regular job all of a sudden and you're still not getting paid, you're like, come on, how many dues am I paying here? It seems like I'm just doing the job now for free. But I don't understand the whole idea of the interns not liking the fact, because it's 3 months or 6 if you're doing 2 semesters, I don't know, and you get to have this opportunity that you can or cannot take advantage of.
Yeah.
Like I said on the air today, it's about meeting people. Even if you're just sitting there saying, I spent 3 months getting coffee for the radio show.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you were surrounded by the radio show. You see how it works. You have it on your resume, and you got a building full of people that you can potentially talk to.
Yeah.
All you have to do is find people to like you.
Well, out of college, you're not going to get hired any other way into something like this.
Because why would they?
Right.
Because the only reason anybody gets jobs is because somebody likes them.
Yeah.
That's why people get hired, or somebody that they likes you.
Yeah, or he learns the position, already knows it, so instead of training somebody else and bringing them in.
Right.
He already knows how to do it. It's like, boom, you just come in and do it.
Right. They're not going to pay somebody to train them.
Right.
Instead, they'll take an intern, they'll train them, and then at the end of the semester, if they like you, maybe you'll get a job.
Yeah.
And I know that there aren't a lot of Opie and Anthony interns that have gotten hired on the Opie and Anthony show, but let's face it, for whatever reason, a lot of wrecks who have not taken advantage of this opportunity whatsoever have ended up interning for the show.
Yeah.
The fact is, the company-wide at SiriusXM, they've hired a shit ton of interns.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, Troy, you interned. How old were you when you interned?
28.
And you're 28 years old, you're trying to start something new, like a fresh start. Are you just going to be able to roll into Sirius and be like, yo, can I get a job?
They wouldn't hire me.
Of course not.
No. So I went back to school, went to audio school. I already knew a lot about audio, but it was cool to learn more. And you have to go to, do it to get school credit for it. And then, when you get in the door, you're just like, all right, I got to kick some ass.
Sal, what was your attitude when you interned? It was like a year and a half ago, I guess, that you interned. And as much shit as you take on the air now, because as it turned out, not the strongest staff member of all time, but one of the great interns that we've ever had. I mean, and that's something that you can put under your belt forever. Did you see the interns that you were with and realize that they weren't taking advantage of opportunities that you were? Do you think that you should have gotten paid?
No. When you want to learn a craft,
right?
No matter what it is, regardless of if it's radio or audio or anything like that, or woodworking, let's say, it's you do it for free for a while, and you act like a bitch for a very long time.
And it's a matter of getting your foot in the door, too. If you want to do what you do for a giant company like SiriusXM, there aren't that many places to go in radio.
Right.
So you get your foot in the door.
And you got to pay your dues.
Right.
Even
and
LA, all show business.
All show
Charged
business.
Everybody. Spielberg, Katzenberg, all started as unpaid interns.
And then what happens as an unpaid intern? Somebody goes,
you meet people.
I like this kid.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is with him, but I like this kid.
Yeah, Spielberg started at William Morris and built his way up.
It's weird though, I think that goes with the entitlement that a lot of kids have now, which is they feel like, well, I'm working, I'm doing some work, somebody should be giving me some money, and it's like, okay, how about this? Either take the $12 an hour or start building something that could become something.
It's easier to be an intern now than back in the day. Way easier.
What are you going to say, Sal?
Something I noticed, too, is I've seen only a few intern classes since I've been here, but
sure.
I noticed a lot of people bitch about how, like, oh, man, I got to pay for this to be here. You know how much it's costing me? And if you think about it, by you paying, let's say, your housing or your transportation or whatever, that's like your loan to the company in a way of you're learning the trade.
Well,
you're paying the company.
You know what a lot of people won't do? Make investments in themselves.
Right.
Like you just all right, I got a few bucks saved up. It's going to cost me money to work here for a minute. But I feel like I'm making an investment in myself that will pay off.
Yeah.
And if you're actually good at what you do and take advantage of the opportunities, they can easily pay off.
And you quickly realize that your college degree, no one gives a fuck about it.
Oh,
no,
man.
I mean, no, but the point...
spending a lot of money on that, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's a waste. But the reason you go to college is because you don't get the internship if you don't go to college.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Troy, you had to enroll in Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
No, it was Institute of Audio Research.
Is it the same type of deal?
No, I think Connecticut School of Broadcasting is more like geared towards actual broadcasting. This is more audio.
Because I've known people who sign up for Connecticut School of Broadcasting just for internship credits.
Never even entered the state of Connecticut.
Never entered the state of Connecticut. Yeah. Like, they don't have any interest in taking any classes. They're just like, okay, well, if I sign up, they'll take me, and then I'll get internship credits. That's what the college is for.
All right. Well, I'm glad I'm here, then. I'm glad I'm finally in my internship zone.
Plus, at the end of the day, like, I graduated from Syracuse. Who cares, right? Well, there are people here who went to Syracuse.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, hey, Sam, Syracuse, right? I'm like, yeah, sure.
No, whatever.
I guess I hated it when I was there, but yeah, Syracuse, orange and blue, baby. Plus, I majored in sociology just so I could get out of there.
Yeah.
Everybody around here assumes I went to Newhouse. It's like the top communication school in the country. I didn't step foot in that building. Mike in Connecticut.
Sam Roberts, professional broadcaster. I think that Tyler's getting a better end of the bargain on this one. Yes, Sydney and Jackie are the darling interns of the O&A program.
Yeah.
But you, Sam Roberts, have successfully navigated going from intern to broadcast superstar, dare I say.
That's exactly
And
right.
So if he could follow in your footsteps, be part of the after show, and be even included on the Sunday program, which airs at 4 p.m. on Sundays.
That's right.
At FM 103.
Uh-huh. It's good for him.
He's going to be in a better position, hands down.
Great call, Mike. Great call. He's right.
If he can stay positive, and because I'm sure it sucks for him. You know what I mean? Like, but if he could stay positive and put this towards working harder and being determined to really be like, to get something out of this, he's going to do great.
How are things going with the ladies?
What do you mean by that? It's
the girls.
Great. Yeah, they're fine.
Okay, because we've spoken to you, and how old are you?
I'm 21.
21. What college do you go to?
I go to Temple University.
Temple. Okay. A lot of girls in that school, right?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the girl interns.
Oh, no, we're done with them.
Just girls in general? Yeah,
girls
it's still
in general.
okay. Yeah.
You've been with 4 women in your life, correct?
Been in the biblical sense, yes.
Biblically?
Yes.
I mean, you've been in the company of tons of women.
I'd like to think so, yes.
But in terms of sexual interaction,
yes.
And that's going all the way with them,
my
right?
mom's not listening.
That's intercourse.
Yeah.
Correct? We were talking about the fact that you need to get out there and realize that you're in college, okay? You consider yourself more of a relationship-oriented person. And we were talking after the show yesterday, and you said you went for quality over quantity.
Yeah.
And said you'd been with one random hookup chick, but she was super hot.
Yeah. FIT girl.
Right.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
When it's a random hookup chick, it doesn't really matter if they're that hot, right?
I mean, like, I don't know. I don't like.
I mean, it's great. It's better.
Yeah. I'm really bad at like holding on to private shames. So like the idea of like just having something in my history that I can't really delete, like
then
that's
tell the
very
story. Be like,
unattractive.
what you do is you say, "Oh my God, I made the biggest mistake this one time," and tell that story. Because, I mean, because I was thinking about you yesterday, and Troy gave me the advice. Yes, I was. To start, I believe it was roundhousing bitches. Is that correct?
Roundhousing bitches.
Well, no,
was the term.
you get good. You get good with the slobs,
right?
Yeah.
And then you fucking that's that way.
Yeah.
When you get the girl, you're like, oh, I got to really step up to the plate with this bitch.
When I first heard that, I was like, that's good advice. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, wow, when I was like 20, you know, I wasn't all that comfortable with women. It's a little tough to go from, well, no, you know, I'm more of a relationship type, quantity over quality, directly to, all right, time to start roundhousing bitches.
That's not how it works. When he's in college and he's out doing his thing and he meets a girl that's like, she's okay, and you think to yourself, I think I could probably fuck that bitch. You know, and then you're like, you know, I don't want to date her. She's not cute. She's not really the type of girl I like, but she seems interested in me enough that she'll let me enter her.
Or, I don't know if I want to date her or not, but that's not what I'm worried about right now.
I'm not worried about that now, because I'm young, I don't give a shit, whatever.
But like I do give a shit.
You shouldn't give as much a shit.
Yeah, I give too much shit. I think too much, and I know that that's like a problem I have and that I'm dealing with right now.
Some people aren't like that, but I'm just telling you that when at your age, you should try to get in as much as you can.
Right. I had a roommate this past semester, and his whole attitude was every Friday and Saturday night, he would go out and he was just like, I'm going to get it in. And he didn't know where it was going to be, but like he was going to get his dick wet. That was the whole idea. And I just can't understand that mindset.
I think you need to find a comfortable medium, because I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I understand that you know, you don't want to go out every weekend and do this, but you do need to give less of a fuck.
Okay.
Because I was like you. I gave lots of fucks. But then you realized, especially at your age, nothing matters.
Yeah.
Like the relationships that you're in now, they're just going to end anyway. So like why go and have plenty of time for relationships. What doesn't happen is random hookups with college chicks.
Yeah.
When I was in college, I was in, for most of college, 2 major relationships.
Okay.
That left no room for randos. And randos are an important part of being in college, I think. I look back now, and I don't regret being in the relationships, because, you know, it brings you to where you are now, and I'm happy, you know, being with my wife and everything. But at the same time, I'm aware the one relationship didn't even need to happen. The other one could have ended freshman year, and I got like 3 years.
That could have been, basically.
That's hooking up with chicks. And and in my head, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I would have banged this hot girl, I would have banged that hot girl. In reality, I probably would have sat alone in my dorm room watching wrestling tapes, wondering why girls didn't like me. But
and I just sit alone in my room watching Netflix, wondering why girls don't like you. Same thing. It's just 30 Rock and Community, basically.
But you got to try. So because otherwise you'll sit there and be like.
But see, the thing is too is like what your roommate does is. Some guys approach it like a sport.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That is exactly how
you go out, if you go out and shoot hoops every day, you're going to get better at basketball.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you go out on a Friday and you're like, I am determined to. I don't care what I get. I don't give a shit. Like I'm going to fuck somebody tonight. It's like you brush up your skills. So when you go out, or even as you get older, and you go meet those girls that you think are out of your league, you have more confidence in approaching them.
So is your concern that like I'm not gonna be good enough when the right one comes along, that I need to like get my practice in?
Well, there's a couple concerns. It's your life. It's your life. You can do, obviously you can do whatever.
Some of this is good. I think
you can do whatever you want with your life, but
this is more than an internship. This is life coaching, right?
Exactly. So. Thank you. Number one, you need to take advantage of being in college, right? I mean, that's.
I think that the goal is to just not have regrets later when you find the love of your life, because you could still think back and be like, it would have been fun though. The point is to have fun, and I think maybe you don't need to practice having sexual relations every 4 days as much as just practicing maybe talking to girls at first.
I mean, and I love and that's the other thing. I'm stupid. I like taking girls on dates. Like I'm really into that.
I didn't even know people do that anymore.
Yeah, no,
they don't. Right?
Lame?
It's like texting is the date.
Yeah, I'm awful at texting girls. Oh my god, texting girls is impossible. It's ridiculous.
So that's how you gotta brush up your skills.
LOL is every single text they want to send you, and it's like that's not conversation.
No, be like, look at that. I'm hilarious. This is great. This girl thinks I'm funny, and you know what?
I'm supposed to be looking at that as a good thing.
Humor is an aphrodisiac.
That's what they tell me.
Trust me, I count on it. I need humor as an aphrodisiac because nothing else is working for me. Afros aren't. Brian in Nevada.
Hey, why are you guys bashing this guy for having such morals that we all wish that we could live up to?
No, he doesn't. It's not morals. It's not morals. It's a lack of trying, quite frankly. And second of all, we're not bashing him. We're trying to give him an opportunity that he's not going to grow up and be like, when I was younger, I probably could have. Yeah, that would have been fun.
Do morals get you? Friend zone mansion.
Oh no, I am king of the friend zone. I'll say that much. That's a big.
As you older, I have a mansion, the mansion. A mansion. Don't do what I did.
Well, Roland's got tons of friends.
So I had a high hopes for New York, and then I got to my room, and I was the last one to show up to my room, and now I'm on a top bunk with no air conditioning. So it's like I can't I don't know how I would take a girl back to a top bunk. Like I'm a 21-year-old guy.
That's a great question.
That's just something tough to pull off.
Should I answer that?
Have you done that?
What would you do, Troy?
If I was in his situation?
Yeah. Two roommates, top bunk, no air conditioning.
Yeah. You find the hotel near you that does the hourly rate.
Unpaid internship.
But hourly. How much is an hourly hotel?
Rate? They have those?
It's like $40 an hour or something.
You can afford $40. You're not going to last more than an hour.
No, definitely not.
I mean, like you said, 4 women. Trust me. I understand.
I mean, something falls in your lap, bro. Cough up the $40.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and I get it, and that's not an insult, because guess what? I'd probably only need 25.
Yeah.
So, let's go to Art in Pittsburgh.
I got a piece of advice for all of you guys. My grandfather gave me when I went to my first high school dance.
Good.
And he told me, if you get a chance to get one tonight, you take it. He says, because if you pass that one up, and you get 2 tomorrow, that's one you're still behind.
Amen.
That's great.
That's a wise man.
You understand that?
Yeah, but so I was thinking about it the other day when you brought it up, because I thought it might become a recurring topic, Tyler's sex life, was that... So my number's 4, and 4. I don't know.
It's not by the way, it's not a horrible number.
Yeah, and I don't really care about it. It's the main thing is that that number can't go down. It can only go up.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
That's a great attitude.
So I'm hopeful, right?
Right.
But I'm thinking about I want to get married eventually, right?
Sure.
And how many
have some
guys?
Kids?
Maybe I don't know about
that.
But
it's different for guys than girls.
Numbers. I'm not into double standards, but
it is a double standard.
Explain what you were going to say, because
all I was thinking about is that, like, my potential wife, how many men would have I want her to slept with up to that point? And I know this is overthinking it again. Don't get me wrong.
I know what you're saying.
Like,
you're not into double standards because you're in college right now, and you're like, but there's certain things that are just existing in the world.
Yeah. No, and I get that it's a reality. Yeah.
That double standard is just something that happens.
Yeah.
Like, if I met a girl that had the kind of stories that Troy tells me and that gives the kind of advice that Troy gives, I would think she was disease-ridden. When I hear from Troy, I'm like, that's a cool dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's the guy who knows what he's talking about.
You gotta understand, it's completely different. It's a man is entering the woman. So women are entering.
Dicks do the fucking. Dicks do the fucking.
That's true.
Women are letting men enter their body. So if there's a million guys in there, it's like they're inside her body. Where the guy is just literally just expelling and getting it out of his body. It's like it's just releasing the poison, and he's just on with his day.
Right. I mean, it's like, for instance, you know, you walk barefoot on the mud.
Okay.
No matter how many feet have been on the mud, your feet aren't going to get more dirty. That mud's going to get a hell of a lot more footprints in it, isn't it?
Exactly.
Isn't it? How do you feel about all this? Do you think about all this advice we're giving you? Do you think that you know, trying to get out there and expand your horizons as far as women goes is something you want to do, or are Troy and me kind of off the mark? I'm telling you, in terms of a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
In terms of my experience,
Just don't want me to regret. That's you're looking out for me.
I don't want to see happen to you what happened to me, quite frankly. And Troy is just a guy who likes to fuck bitches, so he would just give that advice to anybody.
Well, for me, like, I was late to kiss a girl. I was late to have sex the first time.
I get
that stuff like that. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Believe it or not,
guess. Yeah,
I was there too. I know if you can believe that.
Yeah, that's why we're in radio.
But you're sitting there and you're trying. Well, no, we're not in radio. You're an intern. I'm in radio. But go on.
And then had my first relationships and like all that. And then, like, since then, I've been trying to, like, expand a little more, but, like, a lot of girls bore me. And I think there's a lot of truth to what you're saying, that I need to, like, stop being concerned on how interested I am in a girl, in terms of, like, whether or not I'm going to sexually pursue her. You know what I mean? Like, I should just go for it sometimes, just because,
carpe
it's fun. Diem. Like, yeah, and, like, why not? Like, just go for it.
I hate to tell you this, but when you're, like, 30, you're probably not going to give a fuck how many guys your wife has been with.
Yeah.
You'll care who she is at that moment. Yeah. But if she slept with 150 dudes in college, as long as she's clean and she's a cool person now, it's probably I don't think it would bother me anymore.
All right, well,
you know, does it bother? Like, is that something that you think about?
I mean, you know, I would definitely prefer if the numbers weren't into the hundreds.
Okay,
for a girl,
especially in that sort of short period of time, that could have been an exaggeration.
Yeah, and especially if it's guys that I had known.
All of them.
No,
you had known every single one.
Yeah, that's a little rough. If it's guys that, you know, she was in college and she just went crazy,
whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
All right,
and she's probably experienced, and she probably knows how to show you a good time.
And that's important to you, isn't it?
Well, I mean,
yeah, we all gotta have a good time.
Life is about having a good time.
And this was another thing that I was thinking about, because I knew that this might come up again. Was I was like crazy. The first girl I had sex with was the first girl I was in love with, right? And I think that was a big mistake, because all my friends that like are just into like, yeah, I'm gonna go get it tonight. Like, they were guys that just like, that's how they started and that's how they did it. So I still think I like associate sex with like emotional feelings that like don't really need to be there. Exactly. Yeah. No.
Sal, you even sounded a little like.
I wish I could like taper that off. But
even
like,
his boo had a little lisp on it. You know.
You fuck a couple pigs, it'll taper off. Don't worry.
Well, think about what you want.
Yeah.
I don't want to stir you in the wrong direction. All right. Ron and Fez are coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.
I'm gonna fucking roundhouse this bitch.
Opie and Anthony show is now over. For real this time. Check out the O&A show on Facebook at facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. And catch Opie and Anthony live Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. Ron and Fez are next.
Hey.